Hello, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. Welcome to episode 7 of the Hollow Cycle.
And if there is anyone in chat that can just make sure that our Discord sounds to our mic sounds good, that'd be great, because yesterday our mics were pretty quiet compared to others. But I think other people sounded fine.
Me. Test.
I really like that small me.
Right.
All right, though. So,
Test.
here we are. Time to get our serious face on. It is time.
I don't have a serious face. What are you talking
True.
about?
I have a scarred face.
How dare you?
Wow. Alright, so the last we left off, the echo of the boots on the stone faded into the dark behind them, swallowed by the hushed, dripping caverns. Breathless, bloodied, the party chose caution over valor, and they drew back, finding a narrow pocket of stillness amidst the chaos. There, with the silence pressing in, they caught their breath, shared glances, and counted their wounds. A moment to gather, a moment to plan. Then they pressed on. It was with purpose. A torch arced through the dark and landed in it with a hiss. Flames danced across the jagged stone and the enemy surged. More guards, better armed than before, and the center, a spellcaster, a true wielder of magic, rare, dangerous, and unnatural in these parts. The fight was brutal. Steel clanked, fire crackled, and when the dust settled, the goblins were down. Fizzla, the only one down from our party who stirred last, her small frame rising amongst the runes. She blinked away the pain, heart pounding, not from victory, but something heavier. They pushed forward anyway. No time to grieve, no time to heal. With a deep breath, Karnak exhaled his dragon fire and blasted the barricade door open. Smoke curled, dust settled, and behind it, not a final wave of warriors, but a scene none of them expected. Goblins, children mostly, 2 wounded soldiers clutching spears and shaking hands, and lone goblin woman, motherly, desperate, brandishing a rusty sword when her voice crackled and full of fear. Stay back! Stay back! Fizzla froze. It was a war camp, or it wasn't a war camp, it was a home. And just like that, memories came roaring back, smoke over the hills, screams in the dark, and hollow court tearing through her village, claiming that they were monsters. She had become them. The others felt it too, remorse settling like ash in the air, all but Karnak, who grunted and muttered, "You're lucky the gnome didn't want you dead." But Elias dropped the coin pouch without a word. Fizzla emptied her pack, letting wealth fall like pennants onto a stone floor, and the goblin didn't speak. They didn't thank them. But the hatred in their eyes did seem to dim, if only slightly. That night the group rested uneasy. Goblins eyed watch from the edge of the shadows, but no blades came. And in the morning, just as the crew made ready to leave, a small goblin child darted forward, while the mother screamed for him to stop, but he didn't. He approached Fizzla, clutching something wrapped in cloth. "This was your home, and I found it in your home, so this must be yours now." And he handed it to her. He gave her a phoenix feather, a relic of power, a gift of trust. Fizzla didn't speak, none of them did, and the silence said enough. And so they left the caves behind and set out once more, the path to Graveford stretching wide and uncertain, but now they walked with heavier hearts. So that leaves us where we are at now.
Touch my heartstrings again, stupid goblin children. Why did it have to be kids?
Right. So our party marches forward. It is morning time, so let me adjust this time. You all leave the caves.
All right, so Fizzla, we're saying Fizzla's a phoenix feather. It was a tattoo I could. Oops, sorry. Hit the mic on you guys. She can do a tattoo, right?
Yes.
And I get one for the day, one
You can
time
put one
use.
tattoo on one person a day. That is a level 1 fire spell.
Has a level 1 fire spell. So, what are the level 1 fire spells?
Well.
There's Burning Hand.
Mm-hmm. There is... Let's look.
Is Firebolt's a cantrip, right?
Correct.
Okay, so there's...
So, you could do stuff like create bonfire. Oh, no, that's a cantrip too, sorry. Burning hands. I would allow you to do chromatic orb, but only the fire version of it.
Fire version of it.
Let's see. Is that it? For level 1 fire spells? Yeah, I think that's about it. So that's probably the 2 you could do.
So I think...
let me look at Druid real quick.
I'm going to go and just... Fizzla would want to test it first and not just put it on one of her comrades. She's always testing shit on herself, and so she would do the tattoo on her arm for the first time.
All right, roll me an Arcana check.
Before they take out, she wants to see the power of this feather. Like, this feather's huge, and she's thinking that, oh my god, did a phoenix save me from the collapse of my home? And so she is going to draw this magic tattoo on her arm. And you said Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm actually trained in that. That's intelligence based. Perfect. Not that I roll high ever. 10.
A 10 is enough. That meets the mark for level 1. So, which one are you casting on yourself?
She's going to try the blazing hand. So if anything gets close to her, she can fry them with fire.
All right, sounds good. There's the burning hand.
And that's for the day.
Correct.
So how does this look when she inscribes?
You can describe how it looks.
Okay. So, as she's inscribing the tattoo, and she's kind of just drawing, she wants burning hand, a hand. It's a hand tattoo. It's sizzling her skin, and it kind of like pinches and like little needles going on, like burning needles. So she kind of grimaces and everything like that. She's like a little unsure about doing this, and then all of a sudden it kind of like poofs, like all of a sudden goes like orange flame and goes, and now she has almost like a red kind of glowing tattoo on her arm. So she'll definitely have to hide that if she comes across anybody. It's kind of a bright tattoo that's glowing on her arm right now. She tucks the feather back in her pouch.
Was good, Fizzla.
Well, we'll see if it works.
So with that, if you do find any fire scrolls or anything that's like level 2 or above, you can learn those, how to draw those runes as well with it.
If I find any scrolls?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like fire. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Kind of like a hyper-focused wizard in a way.
The figure, the cooler I make it, the more she'll sacrifice, and that res one of you guys.
You shall stay dead. But my feather.
But no matter what, it'll always just have enough flame ink in it to do one a day.
One a day. That's a recharge, right?
Yep. All right. Sorry, I accidentally closed out the program, but we can continue anyways. As we continue our solemn journey north, is there anything that anybody wants to talk about with each other?
I think I would walk up to Fizzla and say, "Hey, how you doing? You went through a lot in there."
Just like before, we're not talking about it. She like crosses her arms across her chest. She's like, we're going to beat that hollow court and burn them all. Just burn them all. And she just keeps saying that.
I can get good with that. Then I won't push it anymore.
So, as we continue to walk,
And where's Elsa?
she's with you guys. Yep,
She-
she's up and walking,
Walking.
now. Just kind of walking. Her head kind of held. She still looks tired, but she's walking.
Well, I guess somebody should talk to Elsa. Is Elsa or Elsie?
Lysa.
Lysa. Wow.
Close.
I'm thinking close. Lysa. I'm thinking of the little Elsie was the little
Yeah.
girl that we were saved earlier. Okay, Lysa. I guess I would peek over to Lysa and be like, "How are you feeling?"
She just kind of looks at you and shrugs. Oh God.
She goes, "Do you know what you did back there, Lysa? Are you aware?"
And then she just kind of shrugs and shakes her head as a no, like she has no idea what happened.
She's like, "Lysa, you see Elias over there? He was dead, and you brought him back, just like what a phoenix would do." And she pulls out her phoenix feather.
As you pull it out, she kind of as you pull it out so abruptly, she kind of gets startled back.
That's right. She's mute, isn't she?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She looks up at the sun and she looks down and she puts her hands out, and in the shadow, her best way of communicating is she does these really elaborate hand shadows.
Oh, that's so cool.
So she basically what comes up is it looks like a cross, like death, and it almost looks like a graveyard. It almost seems magical the way she's doing it.
Like the hand puppets.
And so she's looking up at you inquisitively like this, Death.
And Fizzla, being the inventor she is, kind of looks up at the sun, looks at the ground, or like that. She tries to form her hands. It is really sloppy looking compared to what Lysa just did, but she kind of goes a thumbs up.
Then she just looked at you and she went like I don't know.
She's like, "Well, you're with us because we need to protect you from the Hollow Court. You understand, right? We can't let them have you."
She shakes her head.
Okay.
She then kind of makes a symbol in the shadow, and like I said, it's almost magical where almost does a face that almost looks like her dad. And then she points to it and and then she's shaking her head.
Yeah, your dad trusted you with us. It was your dad, yes.
And then she just shakes her head more.
He's like, "Okay, well, hold strong, Lysa. We have a long journey ahead of us."
And she just continues walking, kind of moving back and forth.
Does Lysa speak common sign language?
I would say you'd probably know long enough. No, she doesn't.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. That she never really learned how to do that. Her best way of communicating is normally through drawings, but she doesn't have her pad and paper here, or she does these elaborate hand shadows that's she's an expert at. I don't know if you ever seen any of those online, but some people are really good at them.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I know
I
what
don't think I have.
And so she normally does that, or just but yeah, she has no formal it'd be very hard to carry on a full-on conversation with her.
Sure. I think then, because her safety's priority, being able to communicate is very important, and so I think I would take the time as we're traveling to show her some basic CSL, monster, hide, run, bad guy, need help, things like that. And I would just kind of start doing a couple of signs with her and try and teach her some.
Okay.
If she's receptive.
That's probably a good thing to do, and I would say you probably do have the time to give her some extreme basic ones like that. As you're just kind of walking, and,
Tired, hungry.
because she can still understand everybody, so it'd be a lot easier to teach somebody. It's not like she's deaf, so you can be like monster, and then kind of like show her, and then she kind of like repeats it back to you, and she might not be good at it, or sometimes might even fail, but yeah, it's fair enough. What I need at this point is everybody to roll me a perception check.
Got it.
Wow.
Let's go, baby.
Enjoy your inspiration. Make sure all you humans hit inspiration. And actually, everybody can put inspiration because Trauma would have played a song.
Okay.
Okay. You said perception, right?
Yep.
Womp womp.
All right, so
it's not a bad roll.
It's not a bad roll, but Karnak definitely sees with that 20 roll. As you guys are walking, Karnak, you feel like a weird charge in the air. You don't even really know how to explain. It's almost like your scales stand up a little bit, but looking around, you really don't see anything. And I would say almost all of you guys feel a little like something.
You guys feel that? Keep an eye out.
Fizzla looks at the hair on her arms. Are they sticking up?
A little bit.
Because there seems to be a lot of static in the air.
Is that what it is?
I don't know, but my hairs on my arms are standing up.
Does feel kind of like a lightning storm in a way, huh?
Keen, if you're trying to talk, we can't hear you.
I guess.
I've heard him talk.
Have you heard him talk? I haven't heard him talk.
Huh? You said. I thought you said Kane. I was who the hell's Kane?
Sorry, Alex. That.
So I guess we'll keep an eye out, not really knowing what it is, but
Fizzla looks at the sky.
see if we can't figure it out.
Is there any like storms up there, or is it? What's our surroundings look like right now?
You are in a very makeshift path. It's not a well-traveled path, but it is like a makeshift path. Right now, it's kind of a cloudy day, a bit of fog, but not as bad as some other days. It's very foresty.
Okay. Because we're still heading out to Greyford, right? I guess I look at Elias and I kind of go, "Do you sense anything with your senses? Like maybe some kind of. I mean, we fought those demented druids around this area earlier. I don't know. I don't know if it's magical or if it's scientific."
I just get the general sense of what Karnak was saying. Just keep your guard up. Don't really know just yet.
And then she looks at Sin. She's like, "Sin, does the Hollow Core have anything like this? Like a static electricity blow up device or something that I don't know about?"
Nothing I'm aware of.
Okay, we'll just keep guarded. She like puffs her chest up and keeps on looking. She's walking. She's not trying to craft anything. She's on edge.
Yeah, something definitely feels.
I'll sign to Lysa strange. What we're experiencing is strange.
And you can tell like she feels it too. Like she kind of like squints at you like uh-huh. So you guys continue walking a few, maybe like 10 more minutes, and you feel it again, this time like a little bit stronger.
I think Karnak will walk with his hand on his revolver and just kind of be looking around a little bit more. I'm just going to keep getting stronger. Who knows what we're going to run into?
So let's get another group perception check.
All right. Come on.
Man, we're dead.
Yeah, I can't
Fizzla.
I can't roll very well today.
Yeah, so everybody feels it, but Fizzla feels it, and she notices like her hairs almost like raising up and pulling to the southwest.
Pulling to the southwest.
Mm-hmm.
So I inform the party of that. And I feel like whatever is creating this, I think, is at the southwest of us. Maybe we should stay clear.
I don't know if we want any trouble.
And at that moment, as you like almost glance back southwest to see, you see this in the distance.
Wait.
It's like a purple mushroom cloud that is over where Redwick was.
No!
Oh, they nuked the town.
Now, this is something
They
that
magically nuked the town.
This is something that none of you ever heard about. Not even Sin ever heard about something like this happening. Like, and you guys can't see the town because you guys are way too far away.
Yeah, we just see the purple mushroom cloud over.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty positive that that's basically
The
that's
direction
coming
of
from Redwick.
Oh no. The mayor said he was going to prepare, but how do you prepare for that?
Name it all.
Yeah.
There ain't a damn thing we can do about it right now. We just have to focus on what's in front of us.
So
We can only hope the mayor did the right things. Got folks where they need to be.
at this point, almost instinctively, trauma comes to you guys. Be like, I gotta go. I gotta see if I can help save anybody. You guys have to protect Lysa. You guys have to keep moving forward. But I've got to do this.
Oh,
You know, my
Trauma,
dad's
your
back there, my family, the town that I've protected. I cannot stay and help. But you guys have got to keep moving with Lysa.
I understand trauma.
He starts like packing up his bags and stuff like that. And he goes up to his sister and, you know, basically communicates how he would with her after all this time, and gives her a big hug, and she seems to understand. And he
I
go ahead.
I'll walk over to trauma and say, I understand. Good luck. And he'll think back about his first time in Redwick, not really sure what's going on, and trauma working with them and the sheriffs and trying to figure out like what life looks like there. So he's very appreciative. And so he'll say, it was an honor working with you if I don't ever see you again. But hopefully I will.
And
I'll let him go.
He gives you like a pat on the shoulder, like how like his dad kind of taught him not to really show over emotion, but you know, gives you a pat and says, please keep her safe. I will try to meet back up with you guys when I can. But if I don't make it, don't wait for me. I will try to find you guys whenever it's possible. But and he looks at Elias. He's like, oh, I'll check on your family as well.
Appreciate that, friend.
Hopefully you're at the outskirts, right, Elias? Your farm?
Yeah, I got a chance.
Right. And you guys
Or less of a chance, depending on which direction it came from. They're south of the outskirts, so they came from the bridge. Yeah, they got a chance. Hopefully they got out.
So, you guys see Trauma walk off in the distance and kind of get enveloped by the fog, and he is now off of the group for now.
Right.
We're all alone. Everybody's just dying around us. I'm just getting so angry. I just want to kill them all.
Yeah, well, it sucks that I'm out of a job. Them being able to do that is it's pretty horrible. Like, if they ever figure out where we are, like, they have the ability to use that. Like, we gotta figure something out. We can't fight that.
We need to stop them.
Yeah, this comes to quite the shock to everybody, as, like I said, no weapon like this has ever been heard of. So, we're just gonna continue going?
We can't bring Lysa
Yeah.
back there. Trauma said he's going. We need to keep pushing forward. We can't have them catch up to us.
Yeah, as much as it hurts, we gotta go.
So,
Karnak will go stand by Sin and say, "How you doing? It's a lot to process."
Yeah, it's a lot. Another home gone.
Yeah, they're horrible. You might be feeling like you're somehow responsible for this, but you didn't make them do that. That was them. And we'll make it right.
Oh, for sure, I squarely put the blame on them.
Yeah. Good. And then I'll walk on.
There's a lot they need to answer for.
Settled then.
I look at all the team and it's like, are we all in same agreement here? Our whole goal is to make the Hollow Court burn and destroy everything that they've created to destroy this world.
Well, between
Goal
Our
ain't
priority
fire.
is Lysa.
Yeah.
Goal ain't really changed. Just throwing more fuel on the fire.
Lysa, you might be the hope of all of this. We need to unlock this ability of yours.
she's kind of looks at you like,
Now,
what?
don't put too much weight on their poor shoulders.
What the hell?
You're responsible for the safety of everyone.
Yes. Look, you knew what I was talking about. I'm gonna just make my potions.
Don't worry, Lysa. We'll figure this out. You just be you.
She like shakes her head like in confirmation, just keeps kind of walking, like almost feels like looking around like this weird weight has all of a sudden been put on her. Like, what the hell? Like, she doesn't even know what happened. She doesn't even know.
Yeah, Sassy or freaking Fizzla really hit her with the wha-bam!
Cloud.
Haymaker!
Remember, I'm not charismatic,
Off the
guys.
top
I'm
rope.
-2 charisma.
Elbow drop.
Point back at the mushroom cloud and say, "You have to stop that."
I know you're like 8, but
Can I fit you in
Do
the hand of
everything!
Lysa and shoot you at the Hollow Court? Beam of
Somewhere
light that
the
will
mayor
destroy
turns in
all
his
of them.
grave.
So, with heavy feet, we keep continuing, which there's plenty of time to talk if anybody has anything more to discuss.
Can Fizzla try to look around for ingredients?
Sure. Let's go ahead.
She would want to try to find bloodroot or ash blossom.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your check.
Can I assist her if this is survival?
It's not survival, right?
We've been doing nature.
Yes,
for me.
nature. Survival would be for, like food.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
Gather all the plants before they're irradiated by.
Right. Or I can maybe
Yeah, weird
create
fungus
a
started growing
around
radioactive
Redwood.
potion. Well, we don't know
Oh,
if
man.
it's radiation. It was electricity static.
I know, I'm
A potion
That
that
was
causes
pretty funny.
cancer in 30 to 40 years.
Yeah.
right.
Whole world will be gone by then, right?
So what were you looking for?
I was looking for bloodroot and ash blossom.
So bloodroot. Ash blossom. All right, you found one of each on the journey.
Sweet.
So, you guys continue along the road. It's getting about a little past noon, and you hit this bank that, if you look at the map, it looks like there is a path on there, but this bank it's almost like a river heading across, so there doesn't seem to be any way to cross. You don't see a ferry or anything of the likes.
So there's water that's over the road, basically. Everything's kind of submerged.
So I will show you guys a map. Let me put the players on.
Oh, so it's like there's actual town and
Yeah,
stuff.
so this was probably would be what would have been the outskirt of what Greyford was before it was Greyford, before the flooding happened. So the basically the water is just running way high. So where normally there's more of a path at this point to get to Greyford, right now it's overflowed.
So it's more flooded than usual.
Right.
Okay.
At least this part of it is.
Give me just a
These
minute, guys.
are-
I gotta just run to the bathroom.
Sure.
Yeah. And these are these buildings underwater?
So whatever you see that looks like would be underwater is underwater. Whatever you see that looks like it's not is not. So like the roofs,
Okay.
they're like triangled. So the tips of them are out of water, but the other parts are underwater.
Okay, I understand the color gradient now. I see it.
Okay, that's right. You're colorblind. Sorry.
Well, I wasn't sure if they were like multicolored houses. But now that you
Right.
say that, the lower end is the water level. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I see it.
Yeah,
Like the
normally I
top of
try
the
to
mast where
animate
that
the
ship is out of the water.
but I didn't have time to animate the water. So yeah, they're these look like that they were statue pillars, but the statues are removed. Like they
Okay.
usually hold high. So this basically looks like at one time this was a probably like more of like a cathedral style district. Like this one doesn't look like it's quite like house residence. Let's see.
And you said this is part of a town we know of?
Yeah, so this would be like what the outskirts of Greyford would be. So Greyford is kind of like what you got to go through.
Okay.
So just as a reminder, Greyford is a city that at one time was above water and it got once it got flooded from the mountains to the north, it flooded this whole entire gap where like the marshes didn't get quite as flooded, but this part, like the town literally got developed by water. So according to the Hollow Court, this town's dead, but the town just lives underwater, very secretive. So you guys don't even know if you will ever even meet anybody from Greyford because they're so secretive, and you guys have never been out this far, at least since the
And none of us have ever been to Greyford.
Yeah,
right?
none of you guys have
Okay.
ever been to Greyford. You guys were not in the transport department.
Right.
So we don't even know like where their entrance usually is.
No idea.
All right.
But you do know from the
Well,
map
looks like we have to get across somehow.
that this probably part wouldn't normally be this flooded. You know that much.
Yeah.
Because the map shows like there's still a road here, and but the flooding is higher than what you expected to be this soon.
If I look upstream, can I see anything, or is there nothing worth noting?
If
Like is it a busted dam or something?
No, it's just all water. It's probably, you would probably guess, especially from like the ranger in the group, it's probably a seasonal thing. Like there's probably more flooding during this time.
Well,
Hmm.
looks like we got to get across somehow.
Looks like we're losing our little wheelbarrow here, unless we can make it into a boat.
So basically, the things you see out of water right now are the tips of the roofs,
Mm-hmm.
the top of the pillars that statues used to hold, and it looks like there's a boat over here that has the sail of it is still like sticking up out of the water of the broken boat.
Did anyone give us any kind of like code word to signal the people from Greyford, or like?
Nothing.
No, because remember, we're trying to head to the other town. And we decided to go this way instead of through the swamps. So I don't even think the mayor knew which way we were going. I didn't think the mayor wanted to know, so the Hollow Court
Right.
has no idea which direction. we're
True.
going.
Right.
Yeah.
I will pull out and affix my cloak of the drowned pilgrim and say, "All right,
Smart.
let's see what we got going on here." How deep is it? Like, are these peaks of these roofs like 10, 15, 20 feet up?
These are big buildings, so it's deep. Like you figure this whole boat
Okay.
right here is sunk underneath, and all you're seeing is like the top of the sail. So I mean,
So it has to at least be 20 feet.
yeah,
right?
these were like temple style buildings. Like you don't
or
know
10
from
feet water. 10,
you don't know
15
from where
feet.
you're at, like how deep it is, but you can assume it's probably pretty deep. Like these were tall buildings.
Well, how do you guys swim?
Okay,
We.
I'll pull off Junior's pack, and I'll hand him to Lysa and say, "Take very good care of him for me." And I'll kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean, walk into the water and submerge myself and try and walk all the way to the other side.
So, is King back yet?
Oh, you're right.
Let's try to wait for King.
Yeah.
Trying to see if I have anything that I could grab. She looks at the fine clothes she made. She's like, these are useless.
So, what if we did like your prototypes
Mhm.
are stuff that you can do 3 of them a day, but you're kind of like develop them as you need them. But you can only do 3 a day, so you can maybe not have to plan so far ahead, but you can use like, hey, wait, we can use this type thing. Would that be a better use of the prototypes?
I mean, possibly. I mean, that's fine the way it is right now. I just pick which ones I need for the day. I'm trying to think. Does she have anything water-based right now? I do have bottled breath, which can make you hold where you don't need to breathe for 1 hour.
That's
So
phenomenal.
But you can't speak. So it's like once you speak,
Okay,
you
okay.
exhale the air. That it's not.
That's
Give
cool.
that to Lisa.
It's literally bottled breath.
Give that to Lisa. Dang.
Oh,
Poor girl.
you're right. You're an asshole, but you're right.
I don't mind, but you're right.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Sorry about that.
You're fine. All right. So basically, what's happening right now, King, is he put his cloak on and he's about to enter the water.
Who put their cloak on?
Karnak.
Yeah.
His one that lets him breathe
Got
underwater.
I handed
Okay.
Junior to Lisa to keep him safe. And then I just kind of like started walking until my head was submerged, and I'm just going to keep going until my head pops out the other side.
All right. I guess what Elias would just have his bow out and ready.
And
Oh,
if we
okay.
need, I'm carrying a bunch of rope too. I have my rope and then someone else's rope.
I have something to interject with here. At first, Elias just has his bow out and ready. He's just kind of watching. And then he kind of tenses up. And he peers out into the water and seems to be focusing. And then all of a sudden, he starts shouting out, "Karnak, I hope you can hear me. You better get your ass back here. There's something out there."
See, I don't know how much time would have passed, but I imagine I would have probably.
You would have just probably
Okay.
got knee deep at this point, so you'd probably be back here by the time he notices that. Like when you
Okay.
basically started disturbing the water, Elias with his nature ranger stuff just noticed that the water, the current didn't quite move the way it should have as you disturbed it. So he's like, this might not be a good idea. So like you'd probably be like right
Okay.
here, kind of like just getting started.
Okay. I'll take a couple of steps back and say, what is it? Where?
He doesn't.
I'm
Don't
like
have that
nudging
figured out
Lisa
yet.
back behind me.
I could send my distraction device out and see if it comes out to bite it.
Yeah, you could send it like skimming along the top of the water, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's go fishing.
Right. All right. She takes
Yeah,
out
I'll
her
step
little
out.
big ladybug looking echo bug distraction device that she fixed during our long rest because it got destroyed. And she goes, so, and then she sends it out and it starts kind of going this way
Now, did that thing have a swim speed, or is it you putting it outside the water?
outside of the water.
Okay.
But I'm having its like feet do this in the water.
Okay.
So it's like making the water move. Kind of like if it's a shark, a person swimming.
Mm-hmm.
So, it starts skimming the water, skimming the water, skimming the water. Over here, it's kind of gets lost in the fog, but you guys hear a big splash. And
Over where? I didn't see
it'd be
the
like
thing.
over in this direction. But you didn't
Okay.
get to see exactly what the splash was, but you don't hear the buzzing of the thing anymore.
I think it's gone. Did it? See what it
Can
was?
Can I roll perception to see if I could like judge how big this thing was by this? How big the splash was?
Sure.
Aw.
No, I ain't getting it done.
It was a pretty big splash.
It sounded big, especially with like the way the ripples from the water like now coming to like the shore where you're at. You could definitely tell something disturbed it.
Wish I could tell you folks more, but
Should we try
let's
to
just say it's big.
We try to get to a rooftop and get closer?
We can. We can either try and cross here or keep going down and try and find a place that doesn't have whatever this is.
Yeah, looking up and down
Yeah.
the water thing, it looks like it'd be miles, but you could do that. But you don't see anything that looks like any different than where you're at right now within your eyesight, So,
This whole area is flooded.
but there could be other ways around. I'm just saying.
I don't
Yeah.
think we got the time to take an hours long detour with what we just saw
That'd be
behind
right.
us.
Yeah, you're right. If I go stick my head underwater and look forward, how far can I see?
Oh, it's pretty murky, dirty water. You could probably,
Okay.
you did have like the night vision, but you still open your eyes underwater. It's not like it's Hawaii water or anything. It's pretty murky.
Right, it's all obfuscated and silty.
Yeah, so
okay.
you probably see maybe 20-ish, 30-ish feet in front of you, but you definitely don't see super far clear. You see a lot of debris and stuff like that underneath.
Is there anything around here where we can make kind of a boat? But if that thing splashed that big, it might just eat the boat.
Yeah. I can try and distract it if there's only one while you guys try and get across somewhere else. And then we'll figure out me getting across afterwards. Or I'm open to other ideas.
Karnak, you take a lot of beating for us. Plenty times. I'm really not looking to potentially sacrifice you for this.
I'm good at it.
You are. You are good at it.
What are you thinking?
Let's... Thinking this house over here is the closest one. Puts us in the least danger, and I don't think we have to go to the point where we'd be getting in over our heads. But I'm not sure. What are these things? Are these like trees out in the water, or are they
those are
like little
pillars.
islands?
Statues, I think.
Yeah, no, those are pillars that
Okay.
used to hold statues, but the statues aren't there no more. So they are pillars out of
Right.
the water.
And are these pillars... Okay, so are these pillars that, like... If I was here, would I be able to climb on the top of this pillar? Or is it, like, still shooting
You would
up,
have to
like,
go
way
under
higher?
the water, so like the water like sinks down really deep, it's like around here is like knee deep, but it drops off. Like it's almost like the earth is kind of collapsed with just a weight of water going on it over and over again. So it's like a valley almost. So it gets pretty deep. Like around here is probably like 10 feet deep.
Okay.
I guess the better question is, how far out of the water is this pillar sticking?
Not super far out.
So if I were to swim over there, I could kind of just pull myself on top of the pillar.
You could try to climb it if you swim over there, yeah.
Okay.
But you do know from what you saw is particularly that disturbing the water might be a bad idea. I'm just saying. Like, I'm not saying
And
you
then-
can't try it, but you
Right,
out of all
right,
people
right.
would know that disturbing the water might be a bad idea.
Can anybody fly in our group?
And then how much of a height difference is there between... Can you... Well, let me just ping it, I guess. Between the pillar and the top of this building, the roof.
So the water comes out. They're almost like even. This and this. So they're almost like even height.
So here's a thought. Instead of risking ourselves trying to get to these partially submerged buildings,
Throw Lysa in?
first... Say what?
Just kidding, go ahead.
Oh.
Lysa's bait.
What if we, like, threw rocks or something to, like, bait it towards us, towards the shore?
Oh.
So we can at least
Oh,
get an idea,
idea what
maybe
we're
get
doing
a...
with. I like that. Skip
Yeah.
stones.
yeah.
Start skipping stones.
Well, that would lead it away. We want to, like, throw one
True,
out
true, true,
far
true.
and then closer and closer.
Right. Me. Okay, so that's 50 feet.
Preferably
First
somebody
question,
with a better
DM.
pitching arm than me.
Right. And so my first question, Dean, is what does swimming look like when I'm wearing this armor?
Swimming just looks the same as normal.
Like walking?
Just for some reason you can breathe on it. Almost like a little protective, like, air bubble almost forms around your head.
Okay, so I can still swim. I can change like how high or low I am in the water. Does my armor like weigh me down to the bottom?
No. Oh, your armor? Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you meant like with your cloak on. I'm sorry. Your armor would be very tough to swim up and down.
Okay.
Yeah, you would be way too heavy just to swim up and down.
Is there any rocks around us?
I mean,
like bigger rocks?
Yeah, I mean, there's like pebbles and stuff.
Yeah.
But like a big rock, big splash.
Yeah. I think the road we're walking on, unless this is like cobblestone, I think these are just rocks, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much just rocks. I mean, yeah, there's definitely rocks around you.
Okay.
Gravel, like hand-sized rocks or something, palm size.
All right, well, let's try.
Okay, so
sunset. Throw a rock in there. See if it comes.
I will take off my armor and stow it. I know it's kind of like impossible physics, but if it's in my bag, does it still weigh me down?
It still weighs you down, yes.
Okay. So I will take off my plate. My chainmail. I will take off my backpack, and then I will attempt to get to the corner of this roof here with some rocks. Or do you have any more distraction devices, Fizzla?
No, that was my only one.
Okay. It's all right.
Hold on. Can you not do this from the shore?
It's 50 feet to like... That's 35 feet, so... I don't know how far can you throw something. Like, this is 50 feet.
Well,
like,
let's
right
test
here.
it. Let's see if it comes if we throw something from here.
There were bad signs the moment you started stepping into the water.
Right.
So I don't think it needs to go like super far.
Okay.
Like that 50 feet might be enough to get its attention.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah?
I don't know what would be enticing to this thing, but
I
was thinking maybe
you're our tank, and I'd rather you not have your armor off when this thing shows up.
Right.
No naked.
At some point we got to cross, but yeah, you're right. I guess if I'm not leaving right now, I can.
Let's just tie.
Yeah, we can worry about taking armor off after this threat is dead, and we can pass in peace.
Right.
The scientific theory is you won't know anything unless you try it. So she takes a rock and she throws it as far as she can.
As you throw it, you hear a bloop.
Ow.
You smacks in with it. Nothing really happens as you throw the rock as far as you can.
What if we all throw rocks?
Is there something
we all
floating?
Throw it together.
Yeah, is there something
bigger bloop?
Well, I might be able to make it think that there's a living thing by putting something that floats on the end of the rope and then like pulling the rope in.
I like that idea.
We can get it out far enough. Yeah, but we gotta
find a piece of driftwood or something.
Something.
Well, we're not.
Another thing also is
there any like dead wood from the nearby woods?
I'm sure you guys can gather some dead
well,
wood.
Fizzla's like, well, we're not going to be able to get this wood wheelbarrow over. Let me just start. She starts taking pieces of wood off of it, dismantling the wheelbarrow. That had the wood shelves. They had like planks of wood to keep her from falling over. So here you go.
All right.
Well, also, can he see, like, in this, I guess because it starts out shallower, when does it look, from where he's standing now, when can he not see the bottom?
Yeah, probably like around, like right here.
You're saying like here.
Like where you can't see the bottom, like around here.
Okay, but then when Karnak was around here, I think it was still only about knee deep on him.
No, Karnak was over like here when it was like knee deep.
I
like
was much closer.
This is like 10 feet.
Yeah, it drops dramatically between us and the pillar.
Gotcha.
All right. I will tie one end of the rope around a piece of wood that will float and huck it out, hopefully 50 feet.
Okay.
I'll even come
Never
in the
let
water
go,
just a
Jack.
little bit to
Never
get a
let
little.
go.
I would say you can do that fairly easy. So,
Okay.
you throw it out 50 feet. It kind of just like sits there, floating.
I'll start pulling it back in.
And as you start pulling it back in, you feel like a little tug on it, and then it just like slams it away from you, but you don't see what it is. All you know is like that rope just got like pulled from your hands, like even with how strong you are.
We lost the rope.
Yeah, and like it's
I'll remove it. Yeah, I'll remove it.
Well, we might have to walk miles. This doesn't seem to be very safe for all of us.
Yeah, whatever it is very big.
What if... Well, it definitely got attracted over here.
Yeah. I wonder if we can just lure it closer to shore if we just kind of start splish splashing. I wonder how close it'll get.
Like keep in the
So I
knee-deep
will-
water so we can see it. When it comes.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the knee-deep water. I'm gonna start kind of like splashing in its direction and see if I can't see the water move towards me. Splash, splash, splash.
So as you're splashing, Elias would probably see like the water shifting, but you don't sense anything coming close to you.
Okay, hold on. I use my Sutex sight.
Ooh. What is that?
You may awaken your blood sense, extending your awareness of life's crimson thread until the end of your next turn. You can sense any creature with blood within 120 feet. So that should be a decent distance, like while they're splashing. Even if you cannot see them, you automatically know distance, direction, and creature type.
Okay, I like that.
That far.
So, you sense something. It isn't. See. So it feels like it's like a beast type, I would guess. It seems like it'd be.
There should be a creature type listed in the
there is
stat block.
Well, this is a homebrew. I don't think I put like the right thing in, so I'm gonna say it's like beast-ish. I don't know what the right thing would be because I didn't think about using that. I needed to know the monster type. You sense it in like.
I mean, do you want to take a second to try to look up something like creature types?
Well, beast makes me think that it's somewhat natural to this plane, like more like wildlife, as opposed to like an aberration or a monstrosity, like extraplanar from like deep in the earth. I'm thinking like a big fish, some kind of big fish.
Okay, no, it's an aberration.
Yeah, I'm just thinking there's a difference between like
it's an aberration.
Beast and
it is an aberration.
It is an aberration.
Yeah. It's a huge, or it seems like a huge aberration, is what you are sensing.
Oh. Wow.
Huge aberration.
All right, I say we go north.
Crossing. Yeah. Holy
I was
cow.
going to go south.
Maybe there's a better entryway.
Because with all the flooding, I have to imagine any bridges to the north are probably washed out.
But south is where
That's
the
a good
Hollow
point.
Court was blowing things up.
Well, that was west.
There's southwest.
Yeah, southwest. If we go south and then cross east somewhere shallower where this thing isn't going to be.
Yeah, I don't have anything helpful for this either.
I know I don't want to be.
Because there's some otherworldly beastie in that water, and I don't think we want to fight this. Not here.
All right, so it sounds like we're going to try and find a safer place to cross to the south.
Is King here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I mean,
Did you hear all that?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, we're getting around this because we think it's a giant aberration.
Yeah.
Huge aberration.
well, I already said it's like homebrewed content, so it's definitely not what you think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not assuming it's
No,
any
not
specific
you.
thing. I just know it's huge,
he's
otherworldly, and underwater.
Oh,
I do not want to fight it here.
I thought you just put that in Discord. Sorry.
He's saying that because I sent him a PM on what
Oh,
my
okay.
guess is, just out of my own curiosity.
We know it's a lot bigger than us, and it's a very disadvantaged place to fight because we can't even get to the rooftops without swimming.
Now, you could get to the rooftops
Yeah.
with jumping to the pillars.
Well, they're like 50 feet away.
The pillars?
Yeah.
From the shore.
Maybe. Yeah, there's
Right.
probably like
That's
20, 30
20.
feet.
Yeah.
It's 20 feet.
I have little legs.
Yeah, I'm not.
She's a
saying,
gnome.
I'm
I'm not sure we can even throw her that
Yeah,
distance.
I'm just saying. You said you can't. I'm saying
Yeah.
you could do something. I'm not trying to steer you.
Right.
No, I heard it.
Yep.
We throw Fizzla like a javelin onto the pillar.
Have you guys thought about throwing Fizzla on the rope and seeing if it takes the bait?
Oh no!
Well, it
How
took
pretty
driftwood. How
is
much
it
more
when it
of a
comes
meal is
towards
Fizzla?
you?
Like, kick Fizzla, be attractive bait.
I may be little, but I'm not food.
We just have her sit here and make a whole bunch of alchemical bombs, and when it goes to eat her, boom from the inside.
Blow it up from the
That
inside.
could work.
Now, what the teeth are going to do to you on the way down, well, we'll cross our fingers for you.
That's
But
not
no,
the worst idea in the sense that what if we put something on the end of my remaining rope that when it swallowed it would do bad things to it? Is that something that we can make happen?
I would have to find.
Wow.
I could.
With this being something otherworldly, like an aberration, I feel like we would be gambling on whether or not it's resistant or whatever to
Sure.
whatever fire or acid or whatever we choose. So I feel like we'd be better off just avoiding it entirely.
I feel like Elias would be willing to try that because he didn't really know shit about apparitions.
Yeah, if it's a matter of time versus safety, like obviously time is not on our side right now. So if we can make this crossing happen here, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, who knows? And who's to say there's not more of these things further down?
Yeah, it might be worth the expending the resources to make it faster if we can.
So if
get across
we can
here.
find some. Let me look real quick. I'm missing. I need a full. I think I have this. I need a flame lily, and a red immunity mushroom. And I have a backpack I could use or a pouch I could use. I can make a blasting powder that's pretty big.
DM, looking at these pillars, it is kind of I don't know how much information I could get, but if I was to tie a rope to one of these pillars and it was to grab the other end, could it pull one of these pillars over?
Are you asking if you could pull one of the pillars over?
If it could, so like in my mind, I'm imagining I tie a rope around a pillar, I tie something that can ensnare it on the other end, like a big hook or something, and then have it tethered to the pillar, unable to leave, and then we can deal with it then. But if the pillars are just going to collapse as soon as it puts any force into it, like I don't want to waste the rope.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to really inspect that from here to see if you'd be able to,
Okay.
like how sturdy or strong it is, or and yet it'd probably be.
I'd expect the rope to
Sure.
snap before the column failed.
Ideally, yeah.
Anybody
So
have
that's
a ladder?
another option. I don't have a ladder on me. Like I what do I have? Rope, torch, manacles, tinker's tools, tent, shovel, crowbar, bedroll.
How long would it take
And
me
in my pack, I've got some caltrops.
to make
not
a
a lot.
ladder, a wooden ladder from scrap wood around the woods and stuff?
Like what are you trying to build the ladder for? Because like I'm trying to think of like do you need a pole that you can climb, or do you need an actual ladder that has rungs that's gonna
I
hold your
kind
guys'
of want
weight?
it to fall onto the pillar so it could be like a walking thing.
So could you almost do that with like a log then or something
Yeah,
too?
true, like a plank.
Well, because I'm just saying, like, to build a ladder that holds weight, that would probably be quite like the achievement.
So-
but to be able to rig something up that can get you
How
across.
high
maybe.
up is the rest of the statue from the depth of the water, unless at the
So
beach
this is
area?
a pretty much like barely out of the water.
Okay, so we could
Yeah, like so this is almost like evenish.
make something
Yeah.
that's 18 feet. That almost
Okay, I like where your head's at.
that can be like a plank that walks, or like something that can walk right to that pillar without disturbing the water after the initial splash.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
even just a like log cut in half or something.
Yeah. So if we were to plan out a route, it would be something like, in my mind, to this pillar here, to this rooftop, and then we have to figure out this, because this is the only like section where we can cross where there's something already in place for us to make that gap. Otherwise, we have to find some way to cross all of this.
Yeah, the boat. Utilizing the boat. That would be a good
yeah.
idea.
And then we'll get
Yeah.
here, and so we'll have to figure out what from here to either here looks like, or to the shore. I'm thinking if we can make it here, I might be able to go over here and keep its attention somewhere over here somehow, while you guys make the crossing as fast as you can to this side. Unless someone else has a better idea of how to cross that.
How thick is that sail support?
It'd be pretty hard to see or notice that from here. 'Cause, like,
'Cause I just worry about us trying to like tightrope walk across that thing and
that's
fall
fair.
in anyways.
Yeah, you did say we can't really see beyond here, right? Because of the
Yeah,
fog.
you can't see well beyond there. Like I would say you'd probably be able to see like
Okay.
like the hints of something, but you can't see well.
All right. Well, step one, I guess, is going to be getting to this rooftop if we're crossing
Yeah, we
here.
can
So.
then analyze the boat once we're at the rooftop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so how long would it take for Fizzla to kind of, with her tools, to make a long enough? We would need what, 20 feet?
The distance from this pillar to the shore. Yeah, 20 would put us right on like the splashing waves here, and then to the middle of the pillar. And then from here to here is about exactly 20 feet.
We would almost need
So we
two.
could try that.
We would need two to keep on, because I don't think all of us can fit on that statue thing right there.
Right. Right.
So to build two things that you think would be good enough as planks with your tools would take. Okay, I'm gonna ask you: are you gonna do this fast? Are you gonna take your time? Or are you just gonna kind of like do it at a normal rate? So
I'm gonna take my time, as I don't want my party falling into this water and getting eaten alive.
Okay.
So I feel like I need to take a little bit more time to make sure it's secured enough where we can walk across it.
All right, so
Even if it means an hour
I was about
extra
to say
time.
it'd probably take about an hour to do it. When you roll the check, though, I want you to make it a private DM check because I don't want you guys to have any knowledge if it's strong
To
enough
have
to
an
hold you
influence.
guys.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't know either.
Right, I don't want anybody to know other than
what the role is
Yeah.
than you.
me.
I agree, yeah.
Okay. This is interesting.
Yeah, I don't want you to roll a 1 and all of a sudden everybody's nervous for some weird reason about crossing.
Sure.
Okay, so
Yeah, I mean, I can go across it first, and then if it handles me, then we know it will handle everyone else.
yeah, true. You be our test subject. All right. So
yeah,
how do I
and
do
I can
this?
breathe underwater.
So I would probably say
I guess I have my carpentry tools, my smith
I'd probably say
tools.
carpentry tools because
Carpentry
it's
tools.
like taking wood and cutting and shaving it and trying to make it like a sturdy-ish plank thing that can go across.
Is this something I can use my aha moment, or is this not an intelligence check?
Is carpentry intelligence?
Crafting is
strength.
usually
It's
intelligence.
strength,
Okay.
so no.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I would have to roll a what? Like, what do you need me to roll?
I need you to roll me a carpentry tools.
my carpentry tools. But
Yep.
you said to roll it.
Private DM.
Oops, that's not
Okay,
private.
well, this one will count then.
How do you change it to private? I clicked on it and automatically rolled and it gave me an option.
There's a drop-down menu underneath the chat,
Yeah,
or it says public role right now. You can change that to private GM role.
you're lucky because that's a terrible roll.
That's a test. She was testing it. It
You're
broke.
lucky.
It broke as she was testing it, and she's like, "Oh, okay, guys, I need a little bit more time. I need a little bit more time. I cannot fail this." Okay, so I've never done a private GM roll,
So, did you see that drop
public
down
roll?
menu?
Here we go. So private GM roll.
Yep.
Now I can hit
Now you should be able to
carpenter
roll
tool.
it. Yep.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna try. Okay, that one was just a prototype. This is gonna be the real ones. She's like, you see her sweating. She's like dripping sweat and everything like that. She's like, I gotta get this
Like
right.
that kid playing video games.
Right. Oh, why am I still seeing it?
You saw it?
Yeah.
Might be between you and him.
So you guys didn't.
I don't
it,
see
right?
it.
Okay,
Okay, you
so
guys
you just
didn't
have
see
to
it?
pretend that it
No.
doesn't exist.
No.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Um,
It might be blind GM roll. So if I click
is
on
blind
that and
GM
click
roll.
roll.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I don't see that one that I just rolled.
okay, so go ahead and do it one more time, Sassy, and do the blind GM roll.
Prototype number 2.
You're lucky again.
The fastest prototype
I
production
don't know
ever.
if somebody wants to. Does anybody know have any carpentry things? I see
No,
these.
now you're rolling
prototypes-
by yourself.
Oh damn it! God damn it!
You've already given me
Yeah,
two free rolls. You're not getting help now.
Okay, so blind GM roll.
Blind GM roll.
Oh my god. You guys did not want to know what I rolled that private GM roll. I was like, oh, I'm gonna not spoil it. All right. I shouldn't see it, right? Oh my god.
Did you see it?
I do see it.
Why'd you see it?
I don't know.
All right. Did anybody else see it?
Really? You selected
Only
blind
because I
GM
glanced
roll.
at stream at the wrong time.
No. All right. Well, we're not going to say you're going to do this all day,
Okay.
so we're just going to go with that and just pretend you didn't see it.
Okay.
Sure.
That's weird. Yeah, I didn't see it when I did blind GM.
Yeah, I
That's-
don't know. It's must-
Guys, I think I've done it. I think it's perfect.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Oh, are you supposed to roll here, not hit carpenters, maybe?
Oh, it might be it.
Because you had me hitting carpenter's tools.
Okay. So one more time from there, just roll straight to 20 and I'll add the things.
Once more from the
Once
top.
more.
I feel like I'm cheating now, but yeah. See, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Oh, you're
so-
building suspense.
Where were you clicking carpenter's tools on the front page of your character sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was rolling the carpenter.
Because I just did the same.
you
I
did.
just did the same thing. I can't see my roll.
Okay, but either way, let's just move on.
Yeah, we
got the
figured it out.
roll.
We're good.
We're good.
Yep.
All right.
I will pick up Fizzla's contraption here, prototype number 3 or 4, and I will try and drop it onto this pillar here from the shore.
Oops. All right. So moving it over, putting it on, kind of like do a little test. It seems sturdy enough at the moment.
Okay. I will walk in the plank, walk myself from the shoreline up on top of the pillar.
Okay, so we will I do this. There we go. Oops. Ah, that disappears. Cute. Okay. So you start walking across, and with your heavy weight, you hear and it like starts bowing, but at the moment it's holding, but you are hearing like splintering and stuff.
Okay.
But you do make it.
Okay.
When you
Say we might only get a few uses out of this.
when you make it to the other side, you do notice that the top is like very slimy, like algae buildup on top of it.
Okay. Very slimy.
Don't slip.
All right, so yeah. From here to the roof, is there enough space on this pillar for 2 people?
Is there?
I'm asking you. You're the one that invented it.
No, the pillar.
Oh, the pillar.
On top
The
here.
Very tight, but possible, but very tight.
Maybe if Fizzla could.
Okay.
Fit in
Because I might have to pivot the plank from here to here as someone crosses over and then crosses over here. Then I'd have to move it back here. And
Well,
move
I
back
made
here
2.
until we all
Yeah,
kind
you
of got
made
everyone
2.
to the
I made
roof.
2.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
But roll me for the second one too.
Okay, so you want me to just do the blind GM roll
Yeah.
here?
Okay. All right. So, are we pivoting it or?
If we have 2, I think we can get the second one up here, and then I can drop it over to the corner of this roof.
Okay.
So maybe Elias can make the other one fall down or spin. They're a little too long for Fizzla to kind of drop them down.
Yeah, you can try to line it up and drop it down.
Yeah, it would be over here.
Did you want me? What did you want me? Oh, okay. I thought I was dropping on the other pillar.
No. We need the second pillar right there in front of.
Ah, okay. So we got the first part, and then he would cross over and help drop the second one.
Which one? So you have the second one in your hand right now. Okay.
Can you? You're skinny,
Yeah,
Elias.
so-
Can you fit there and help Karnak over there?
Yeah, he kind of like go across and like I guess be carrying the one
Yeah. So as you're carrying that other
as
one
like a
with the weight of it, like it starts like really bowing in, and as you make it to the other end, it breaks. So this one is broken, but you still have the other one in your hand, and you barely make it to the other side. Now both you guys are kind of
Stranded.
stranded on here.
Here
Well,
with the
not
board.
totally stranded. You do have a board.
Right.
well, set out here to do something.
Did that splash of the board bring anything?
It did not bring
Okay.
anything.
How long are you think it'd take to make another board, Fizzla? Is that another hour?
Yeah, I didn't realize how exhausted I am. I don't know if I'm making these right.
It's been a long day. Just do your best. We'll make it.
Okay, I'll try. Are you good at carpentry at all, Sin? Assist me with the next bunch.
I don't think that's related to any of my skills.
So
Well,
nowadays, you don't have to be proficient in the tool to help. What you could do is something like that probably won't matter for you too because you're not very strong. I was about to say you could technically run and get the wood and bring it back and make it quicker. But you can think of maybe a different way to help, but it doesn't have to be with actual carpentry.
I mean, I am trained in athletics. I'm not super strong, but I am trained.
Okay, so yeah, so you could do something like that then, where you go get the wood for her, so she doesn't have to go get it with her little legs, and technically that's helping.
Okay.
She's not as exhausted as
Yeah,
she's building
I can
it.
do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Doing the grunt work.
So while Sin's doing the grunt work for you, bringing you the ladder, you can go ahead and do the roll, but that's still going to take an hour. So what are we doing over here on the pillar?
I guess I would try and get across here, testing the board to see if it also kind of like creaked and crackled.
Okay.
So I would slowly and balanced attempt to move myself to the side of the roof.
Is it pause for you, Marshall?
No, I just haven't been trying to move. I'm not sure if I'd meet with failure.
Oh,
or
it's
not.
okay. All right. I'm just making sure. So this time, as you walk across, you don't hear nearly as many crinks and crackles, and you do feel like just as you walk on this one, it does feel like it's a little bit better quality.
Mm.
I'll say whatever you did to this one, Fizzla, you figured it out.
Okay, gotcha, Roger. And she's like, has her goggles. She has her goggles down, and she's like tinkering.
My name's Karnak, not Roger.
Roger, Dodger.
So what are you doing over there, Elias? Are you going across? Or...
I was measuring something to see. Well, but then Sin's helping anyway, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess he'll go over here and help with Karnak. He's lighter than Karnak, so he's assuming he'll be fine.
Yep.
He's lighter than Karnak considerably.
Yep. Yep. So yep, you are able to make it across.
So
I think so. Obviously, the water's a little bit over the edge of the roof here by the graphic.
So you're probably like at this point you're probably like calf deep. Like this would probably be like getting to like ankle deep, and then this would be like out of the water.
He's gonna like kind of slowly walk along here and just see if the tiles just seem really slippery. But he's like being very methodical about it, so he doesn't slip himself if they are slippery.
They're a little slippery. I want you to roll me a stealth check.
Okay. I'm still on blind GM roll. You know what? It fits anyway.
It does fit. Okay, you're able to keep walking.
Alright, so he just kind of goes all the way
quietly.
all the way out to the end, just kind of getting a feel for.
You're almost doing like the sand walk from Dune in the water.
Whoosh, whoosh.
slide, drag, swoosh, slide.
Mimicking the normal currents of the water.
It's the most rangerous ranger I've ever seen.
And then kind of like up the hill. And then kind of back across here.
So it's definitely like kind of slimy and slippery. But you're able to like maintain your footage. But it's not like an easy walk. Especially because like some of the shingles are kind of like coming loose and as you're walking on it.
Yeah, he goes over to Karnak eventually once he's done testing that out, and he's like, hey, if it comes to needing to move quick when we're near that water's edge, it's not going to be good.
Okay.
Footing's not great. And then he's going to kind of go over here to the edge and just kind of peer out. Look to see if he could spot anything like, I don't know, like a fin or some kind of like disturbance in the water that might give him a hint as to where this thing is right now. Or things, because we don't honestly know if there's more than one.
Other than
As
just,
Elias does that, I would like to tie a rope around myself and then around him, so that if he gets yanked in, like I get yanked in.
do you have another rope?
I do. I was carrying someone
Okay.
else's, so that's what I have now. And so I'm going to use this person's rope
I think it
and
was
tie it to
mine.
Elias
Look,
and
I'm
myself.
pretty sure
Okay.
my rope was no longer.
You do not see any kind of fin or anything, but you do notice that, I mean, the water is still not quite moving the way that you would like to see. Like, something definitely feels weird, but you just don't see anything.
I feel like if this was something natural, I feel like I'd be able to see something more, but it's just it don't feel right.
Yeah, and I do want you to also remember, despite what the map shows, this is murky water. It's about as murky as I can make it. It's not actually like Hawaii where you can just see the bottom.
Nope,
of this
crystal blue. I can
blue,
see everything.
The Caribbean, yeah.
Yep.
Right, and then he's just gonna kind of keep watch from here, like occasionally come down to this edge, look out over this way, then go back over here and like peer out over this way, and he's just gonna kind of patrol like that while Karnak does what he plans on doing.
Did you roll me another check for the new one?
Oh. All right. This I roll as a I get advantage. So do I just roll 2?
Yep.
Or you can hit advantage here. It's weird that I guess I just don't know how to use the thing. Did that roll 2 or just 1?
That's rolled 1. There you go.
With Sinton's help, they make another plank to put over.
All right, so spending about an hour, but they're keeping a lookout. A rope is tied to Elias and Karnak together. What else are you guys doing over here?
I think we're going to try to cross, right, Sin?
Yep.
Okay.
I look at Sin. I was like, "You weigh more. You test it."
Yes, ma'am.
So, as Sin goes to cross, it. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
I tripped.
It holds perfectly well.
Aha!
Like, no even creaks or anything.
Maybe we should switch the boards then. Get to the roof. Then that one creaks some.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
So I'm feeling that Lysa and I probably together weigh as much as Sin, right?
Yeah.
So I hold her hand to go across to the rooftop.
Or maybe still even less, I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Did we make it?
Yeah.
All right.
With all my gear and everything, probably less.
Yeah, after getting Elias's information about the slippery roof, you guys are both, like, take your time getting up.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are all now on this roof.
And of course, we brought the boards with us, right?
Yeah, this one would have been picked up and then brought over here.
One of the stronger dudes are going to have to
It'd
grab him.
probably be Sin, because I'm tied up to Elias right now in case he gets yanked.
Okay, so you
I
have,
think I can handle a board.
you have the board.
Nope. Board too heavy.
Yeah, we'll put it across right here. Is any of this debris detritus out here floating,
No.
or is it all
underneath.
non-visible underwater? Okay. So pretty much all we see is some pillars that peeks to these roofs and the top of this mast here.
Right, and the top of the... And this hangs out probably about 8 feet out of the water.
The mast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This thing?
At the top of it, yeah.
Okay.
Is it on the same level?
How-
Go ahead.
So how sturdy does it look like? Does it look like it's swaying with the currents, or is it like holding steady?
Man. Roll a investigation check.
Are you sure you don't mean perception?
I'm pretty sure.
That was a good roll.
It seems fairly sturdy. Like, I mean, it's been here for a little bit. You can actually see, like, kind of the rope, some of the ropes out holding it seem not to be overly frayed. It seems fairly sturdy. But it does seem kind of slim.
I don't know. I wasn't part of
And
the
how
circle.
wide is it?
Not very wide. It's pretty much like a thin log.
How's everybody's upper body strength? Because if it's 8 feet, you probably can, like a jungle gym, swing yourself across it. You can try to tight rope
Not too many
walking it.
Not too many strength boys in the house here.
I'd gamble. Yeah, I'd gamble on my balance before I gambled on my strength.
Yeah.
What if? How much rope do we have left?
There's 50 feet tied between Karnak and Elias.
Oh, let me double check my inventory. I think I have some rope too.
Because we could put like a piton right on the roof here, and a piton on the other roof. Somebody really agile would have to get over there. We need what 100 feet of rope though, and you can use the rope as a balance thing.
DM, would I know if this horizontal beam for the mast is removable? Like if some ropes are cut, can it be separated from the ship?
Oh, I see. You're gonna steal the ropes you think are.
Also, the big 80-foot long beam could help us get between these two roofs over here to the right of us.
Like, you...
But we'd have to be able to remove it and move it.
Yeah, and you'd have to be kind of like underwater to probably do it. Or like at least on it to do it. So it'd be tough, but possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think getting that beam is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
Same.
So then we'll have to figure out what crossing looks like when we get over here.
Yeah,
I do have rope if we need more rope. I have.
I think Elias is the most dexterous, and like probably has the best balance because he's high dex. So I guess he would try to do this walk here, going from
Right.
here to
When
here.
you get on there, yeah. If you need to go further, you'll have to untie the rope.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask.
Well, yeah, once you hit the 50 feet and you need to keep going, then I would remove it. Unless you want me 50 feet behind you, but if I go
We
in, you
need
might
at
go
least
in.
100 feet of rope. Do
Yeah,
we have a
no,
second rope?
He would probably. Well, let's see here.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
a second thing of rope.
Okay.
Okay, this is only 20 feet, so just in case he falls off, I suppose it's good to keep the rope on until he finishes crossing.
I agree. So I'll get right up here on the edge with you and give you as close to 50 feet as I can give you.
And then he'll kind of just take it off and let Karnak pull it back to himself when he gets over there. Alright, well, here he goes. He's gonna just try to... It seems like a fairly generously widthed plank, so hopefully this isn't too difficult
It's
for
the
him.
beam of the boat that's
Yeah.
still like
Yeah.
walking a tightrope.
So first I want you to roll me a stealth check.
Stealth check.
You can make it about here with how much rope you have.
I'm still keeping it on blind for the funsies.
Okay. Okay, you go ahead and keep going.
All right. And then he's gonna start his balancing act here.
Right.
Fizzla wish she had some
And-
circus music.
As you start going, go ahead and roll me the acrobatic check.
All right. Come on.
So, as you start walking, your foot slips. Roll me another like dexterity check.
Just a dexterity check?
Yeah, I want to see if you're able to grab the pole as you're about to fall. Oh wow, no. If you are curious, he rolled a 5 on that dexterity check.
Not great.
Is that good?
It's not golf.
We're going by golf rules,
Yeah.
right? So lower numbers are better?
So,
Yeah, you're way under par.
you are still tied up. As
idea,
that
Carnac.
happens, he like
I guess
starts walking.
as he senses himself falling, can he like shout out like, "Brace yourself, Karnak! I'm falling."
Yeah, but yeah.
I think we saw you falling.
Yeah, you're agile enough to probably know when you would feel like you're getting off balance. So you can be like, "I'm going in," and you slip right off and you fall into the water.
Pull him up, quick.
I will
I'm gonna
turn
set-
towards the west side of the roof and just start running with the rope, trying to like pull him as I cross the roof.
Okay. As this happens,
Don't play Jaws music. I'll cry.
Dun,
you
dun. Oh, what the hell is that?
can see this from underwater. They probably can't see it yet because it is technically invisible underwater. But since it's getting close to you,
I don't like
and
it.
moving.
It's like a spooky nautilus. It's like an octonautilus. That's creepy.
It's called a Velma nautilus. Pretty good.
That's Almanite. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
All
It's a
praise Helix.
spooky Pokemon.
Phrase Helix.
Praise Helix.
It is going to go first. We are going to get into combat.
Okay.
As this is a surprise round, as it is invisible until
Excellent.
it attacks.
Big fan.
Huge fan. Begin.
Oh no.
All right, so it is going to take one of his tentacles and it is going to swing in through the water. And you feel like this rush of water come to you, and as you felt like there's been like the disturbance this entire time, you're almost kind of ready for it, and it attacks. It'll just be a normal attack, even though technically it's supposed to start kind of like hidden. So, but for the first one to be advantage, but since you're past rolls and you're aware of something in the water, we're just gonna make it a straight attack.
Very cool.
I'm saying it was because of my alert feat.
Oh. Nice. Oh, not
Trying to
nice.
give you a heart attack.
Bad DM.
Bad DM, bad. So,
Bad DM. Hide your
Oh
grapple.
no, I don't like that text.
Yeah.
Grappled, not good.
So as the tentacle comes out, it takes its tentacles and starts wrapping around Elias. Until the grapple ends, Velmoth can't use this tentacle on another target. Okay, so then he is going to take his other tentacle and try to slam you with it. This will be an advantage because you are restrained.
Can I see these tentacles, or can I not see the
He's
creature
still
at all?
underwater, so you
Can
really
we see
can't
disturbance
see
in the water? What are
it. Yeah,
we
you would
seeing?
definitely know something
Splashing.
splashing.
Right next to him.
The other tentacle comes out, smacks you for 6 points of damage, At this point, your head, you feel like you can stretch your head out enough over water to be like, help type.
Okay.
And
It's got me.
that was his turn. It is your guys' turn.
If there's something you want to do, Elias, do it. If not, I'll go.
I guess the only thing he could really do is kind of try to draw a sword and like try to hack at the tentacle to get it off of him.
Okay. I guess I will go first. What I would like to do, do I see when he popped his head up that there's something holding him?
You can't really see what's holding them, but you can kind of take a guess of what area it's in.
But I see that he's being held, right? That he can't move of his own free will, and whatever's holding him is huge.
Probably. I don't know if you can actually see
Okay.
the tentacle, but you can kind of get that he's probably being held under from just like
He's
how
stuck.
like he freaked
Okay.
his head up and back down. So you assume someone's probably dragging him back down.
Okay. I will run across this board as I pull up the slack, and then at about like 20 feet left of rope, I'll wrap it around myself and then jump over the other side of the beam here, so that the rope's going up and over the beam, and we're both in the water, like right here, with about 20 feet of rope between us.
Interesting. All right, so as you jump into the water, no, sorry, it just paused. Man, roll a strength check.
Okay, I think I would make it about that far. Strength check. Hey, come here. Strength check.
We are not
Yeah,
rolling good.
I'm gonna
I'll
let you roll with advantage.
I'll use an inspiration for this one. Oh, advantage?
Yeah,
Awesome.
go ahead and roll
Okay.
with advantage on. Just kind of like the idea. Okay, now if you want to use your inspiration.
Inspiration. Yeah, inspiration. One of these gonna be good, baby. There we go.
Oh,
Let's try.
we got there!
Why are you getting that -1? But
Yeah.
you're exhausted.
Me and
So
It's exhausted. Yeah, exhausted.
Karnak is permanently exhausted.
yeah,
Poor
feeling,
bastard.
Oh man, it's tough. It's a tough life.
feeling exhausted.
well, I think he put grappled on me.
Oh my.
I don't know.
So, as you jump in the water, you jump with such force that it actually rips Elias from the grip of him.
Are they
and,
two just dangling now?
yeah. And it's almost kind of like you're holding Elias up by like his waist, and he's almost kind of like dangling like up, and what you guys see is like almost like his back and his like ass like out of the water. He's like kind of like dangling in, but he is released from the grip.
Okay.
Whose turn next?
I think doesn't Karnak get more turn of his turn?
Oh yeah.
That was just a movement, right?
I guess I can, if I see it, I will try and pull out my pistol and shoot, but I have no idea how it's going to operate, or would I? Like, having spent so much time on the sea with this, do I know if it works underwater or not?
You know that it works, but doesn't work well, so it'd be a disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, let's try it. I will. He is within 20 feet, so my first range increment. Almost 10, but not quite 10. I will assume a Deadeye stance to get a Deadshot stance to get a +2 at the cost of AC,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will fire at it with a heavy pistol.
Are they both in the water or only Karnak's in the
Yeah.
water from the rope?
Me.
Yeah,
I
Elias
didn't
is
roll,
half
no.
underwater.
Okay.
I don't think 10's gonna do it.
10 does not do it.
I can't really add anything to it either.
So yeah, as you shoot, it's just the gun underwater. It still gets enough of the explosion, which is built that way, I guess. But yeah, the bullet misses, as it's hard to get the bullet to go totally straight underwater.
Yeah. From where I am, if I draw a straight line from corner to corner, I'm within 10 feet, but also I'm shooting underwater, so I don't think I would get grazed. Like, it doesn't make sense, right?
I will actually apply graze if you're within the 10 feet, just because it's so big, it'd be kind of hard to miss from that close. So
Okay,
we'll go with
from
it.
corner to corner, 10 feet. All right, that'll be it. Oh, I'm gonna reload real fast. Done.
So interesting the way they're just teeter-tottering on this beam here.
I can breathe underwater. He can't.
All right, so that's Karnak's turn. Who's next?
I mean,
I can go, but I don't really have anything. I feel like other people have more options.
I mean, you can't shoot your arrow down in the water to it.
I'm assuming, like, are its tentacles within reach of me? Can I, like, slash at one with a sword, or
You can.
am I better? Okay.
I mean, they're both at disadvantage, so whatever you want to do.
Oh, even though I'm, like, out of the water? Well, I guess I would be swinging into the water to get it.
Correct.
The sword isn't any less disadvantage
Nope.
than the arrow?
Only piercing melee weapons are at not disadvantage in the water.
Huh.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Would Hunter's Mark help you? Does that help you?
No, well, if I was like level 17 or something, yeah.
Okay.
Then I would have advantage
sure
on
if it-
Hunter's Mark targets.
Okay.
What he's going to do is... I don't think that would make sense, because he can't see the ground of the water to cast Entangle to have them, like, try to pull it down. Yeah, I feel like it makes more sense to have the swords out, so he just kind of, like, tries to take a slash at him with his swords.
Okay.
Are you using long swords, scimitars? What are you using?
Scimitars.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have to target something. I'm a dummy.
You said it.
You know, just giving it out for free. When I click on this,
Well,
I
my friend
think it
that way.
should prompt me.
Alright, that
Oh,
does hit.
16 hits.
It does.
Cool. Alright, normal damage. 6. And
When the
then
tentacles, you slash right into it and it withdraws it. In
we'll
pain.
do my my nick. Disadvantage. Oh, that's a 1 and a 2. That definitely hit, right?
You did resist the breakage on your weapon, though. So yeah, as you try to slice into the second one, you actually miss and it hits its shell, and you feel like the vibration of your scimitar, fearing that it might have broke a little bit, but you feel like quick look, it seems like your scimitar stays intact.
Okay, and then I think I don't have dual wielding to do my bonus action off attack as well as the nick, so that's it. I think because I can't really move. I'm on a rope,
Right.
and I don't think I want to use my bonus action for anything right now. So yeah, we'll just pass.
Whose turn next?
Alright, I think Fizzla's, unless you want to go Scent.
Go ahead. My turn's just going to be running up, I think.
Okay, so yeah, so Fizzla is going to run up onto the edge of the board here, which seems a little bit more stable.
That was your good roll one too, so
Yeah.
I'll allow.
And I'm guessing I go to Elias. Were you held? Is there something there? Right? I'm just going to shoot my frost bolt to it, see if I can freeze it in place. And so she takes her Fizzle's Bang Bang Zappy Splat Cuff I guess this would be at disadvantage because I can't see it.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to put a frost bolt. A ray of frost. A ray of frost. He's gonna go, okay, this is my gulpy icy blast! And then she
Gulpy icy blast.
Sounds like a Slurpee or a slushy
right.
flavor.
And then so she's
Some kind of
gonna-
mint flavor slushy.
See, when I'm attacking with this ray of frost,
Flavored.
where does it give me the option to do disadvantage?
I don't know. Take cast. Always roll again if you need to.
So attack.
There you go. Now
Okay, there you go. Disadvantage.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Go ahead and roll it.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay, use my inspiration. She sees it starting to fizzle on her, and like spark in her face, and she's like, "Oh wait, bang, 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 bang!"
So with the inspiration, you don't roll the whole attack again. You just roll one time.
One time.
Yep.
So
it's either going to be a. The first roll is a 15, so it's either going to be a 15 or whatever you roll next.
do I just
That's
hit
all it's-
attack,
Yep.
and then I just hit cast spell again?
Yeah, but click off the
Yeah.
use resource.
So attack, normal.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Roll it for me. Give it to me.
It's still sparking
The gods have
everywhere,
decided.
and it's bubbling and stuff like that. And don't I have something you gave me to
Yep.
roll on this
You gotta hit the device.
device? Oops, this is gonna hurt. The damage is going to be. Oh, I have to roll it twice.
Just roll once. You might have hit it twice.
Okay.
Close out the other one.
Whew.
So, as your cuff is on you and you go to shoot it, it ends up backfiring and shocking you.
Motherfucker!
Oh man,
Did it apply the damage?
we are stumbling our way through this.
We sure are. Okay, and then that would be it.
All right. So Sin.
Alright, send like motions for Lysa to stay back on this end of the house or the building. And is this like difficult terrain?
No, not up on here. If you get into the water, then it's
Not up
slippery and it's difficult. But yeah, up here it's fine.
That all backfired in poor Fizzla's face.
Yeah, I think I just dash up, but I don't have anything else I can do with my bonus action, so that will be that.
All right. It is its turn again. Why did it grapple everything in the game? He grappled. Feeling like he lost grip of Elias, he is going to bring out another tentacle and he's going to try to grab.
Now, is this still invisible to me?
You cannot see it underwater now.
Man,
Oh, so yes, it's still.
doesn't the dragon look a lot tastier to you, Mr. Tentacle Monster?
All right, it comes through and it grapples you, and then it swims over here, underneath her, not through, and it is going to try to take its other tentacle out and grab Karnak, which it does.
And this thing just found a 2-for-1 meal.
Yep. So right now, what you guys see, I don't know if you guys see it being out of the water, but basically the image here right now is Karnak in one tentacle, Elias in the other tentacle with a rope above, above the banister. So it's just kind of like what you guys are seeing up from us, is it just moving back and forth, like up and down the rope as it pulls Elias back under. And that is its turn. Who's going?
It's a new round, so we got pretty much everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can go, unless someone else really wants to. So what
I'm
I'd
in
like
no
to
rush
do,
currently.
Yeah. Am I able to pull out my blunderbuss and use it this turn, or am I gonna have to like stow my pistol, stow my shield, pull out the blunderbuss, and shoot it?
Yeah, technically because you have two things in your hand, so yeah, you can pretty much move one item around. So you can put your gun away or your shield away, but you can't technically do both.
Okay.
I will allow you to put both away, but that would use your reaction as well, so you wouldn't have a reaction this next round.
Okay. I agree to that. So I will put my pistol into its holster behind my shield, and I will set the shield over I imagine my left shoulder, just because I have a backpack on at all times. And then I will pull out the blunderbuss and try it underwater and see if I can't shoot this thing. I will not use. I'll stay in dead shot stance. I'll take that. I'll take that +2 to hit. I will fire. Blunderbuss shot. Consume. Right there. And this is at disadvantage still?
With this, man, I'd almost just say it's a regular shot. It's just such a big burst, it'd be kind of ridiculous at disadvantage.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, that ain't great.
Fail.
Well,
That ain't great.
That, your shotgun, like, like,
This is going
breaks
hard.
in your hand as you pull it out under the water, and you, and like as you like cock the shotgun, even though we're not saying it's really a blunderbuss, more of a shotgun. Like the handle part just comes off as you end up cocking it out, and like now you're just sitting there with like the handle in one hand and the gun in the other hand, like, oh shit.
Oh, no.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for breakage here. I don't think that's gonna be high enough. No, it is damage. I think it's damaged.
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about that. I was gonna hit ignore. Guns work differently. Guns already have their own breakage system, so but it's fine.
Okay. So what can am I able to get this back into this fight, or do I have to fix it after
You would have
this?
to spend an action to fix it, which you'd actually have to roll your tinker tools to try to fix it, which I'd probably say would be a disadvantage underwater. Like that seems like it'd be pretty tough to fix, tied up to a rope underwater. Like it would be difficult.
For sure.
Or I wouldn't say disadvantage. I'd probably just set the difficulty higher. Is probably what I'd do.
Sure. Okay. I am unable to move, and so I will end my turn there with my blunderbuss in a couple more pieces than when I enter the water. That will end my turn.
So for underwater battles, because technically in D&D this is like 1 minute fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long can we hold our breath?
It's like your Constitution modifier plus like. I mean, I don't think it's usually a big
minutes,
deal.
I think.
In a combat situation because the combat's so short.
Okay. So could Fizzla climb down the rope and attach herself sitting on Karnak shoulders?
Sure.
Take a big breath and
is it
plop her down.
your turn?
I was just asking because if I was going to go next, I was going to go.
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
She needs to see what's going
But-
on. She's
Since it's your turn, I need you to roll an acrobatics check first before you do anything.
acrobatics check.
Yeah. Because basically with this rope, it's pulling in stuff on that
Yeah,
wood, which means
I'm
you're
trying
not
to-
super balanced on there.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to slide down the rope.
Right, but I'm
onto
saying
his
worst comes to
shoulders.
worst, you're gonna fall off, but I don't know if you're gonna have
Yeah.
the rope as guidance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it. So I have to. Do you want blind one?
It
or?
doesn't matter.
Okay. So you said acrobatic check.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Or
There's a-
athletics, I'll give you your choice.
I'm the same,
Okay.
so it doesn't matter. I'm either one. Okay, so she is going to. She needs to see what's going on. She's frustrated, and she sees poor Elias hanging there and everything like that, and she knows Karnak can breathe underwater, so she's gonna hold her breath. And
Nice.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you stay on, especially since this is your well-built thing. It's able to do it. So
I'm
yeah,
able-
you can do what you'd like then.
so I can slide down the rope and attach my little legs. Like sit. I'm basically using Karnak as a ground for me to sit on.
Yep, that's fine.
I knew he was attached to the rope. And I'm holding my breath, and I kind of look at him, and I look at the thing in front. I'm like, and I look at him.
Horrifying.
I looked at that they have like all these freaking tentacles on them and stuff like that. So her tattoo is glowing in this water. She kind of holds out her hand. Says it's magical. Can it go through water? I don't know what
Are you
D&D.
casting it?
Huh?
Are you casting it?
I wanted to.
I mean, I can't tell you the mechanic and then you change
Oh.
your mind.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
I get to know what you're doing with it.
She's gonna try to hopefully magical fire, burning hands, the tentacles off Elias and
So,
So,
as you do that underwater, it fizzles. Fire cannot be used underwater.
damn. Okay.
So, like, as you do it, it's like,
But-
and like
Nothing. I just
like it bubbles water
I just hoping being magical
It
means
doesn't-
none of my abilities are gonna work here.
No, I will say
No.
from a mechanical standpoint, pretty much all you know that does not work underwater is fire.
Okay. Well, that's all she had. Fire, so that's okay. So
Then you have some zappy stuff.
yeah. But that would have been my action, right?
Yeah, that's your action.
So my bonus action, I see Karnak just kind of looking at his two pieces in his hands, and I grab them and I put them back together. My jury rig has gone back.
Okay. That works.
Awesome.
Because I can do that underwater.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your super expertise.
Waterproof duct tape.
Right?
Turns out that's all Fizzla uses. Just everything's covered in
Slap
duct
it duct tape and
everything's in duct
WD-40.
That would be awesome. It's Gorilla tape. Gorilla tape is better than duct tape.
Should it move? No. Duct tape. Should it move? Yes. WD-40.
So I'm right now sitting on Karnak's shoulders, fixing this gun, holding my breath.
Love it.
All right, so who moved? We got Karnak took a turn, Fizzla took a turn. What do we got? Sin and me left.
Yep.
I think so.
If you want to go, Sin, that's fine.
Go ahead. I don't have anything urgent.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think all I'm gonna do is. Oh, you know what? No, I should have done this earlier. I am gonna actually use one of my freebie hunter marks on it, just so I could find out information about it.
Okay.
Let me target that again and then do this appropriately. But consume spell slot, no, because I already marked off my freebie.
All right. It is cold resistance and vulnerable to lightning.
Ooh.
It kind of calls out that information, and then
Do you?
oh, I thought I was above.
You were
I
not.
thought I was still above water because
Not
of
when
the
you,
rope.
not when
Okay.
you pulled you down.
Okay. I guess you're gonna try to cut at the tentacle holding him. And Disadvantage. Well,
Does
and then because I have Nick,
Why is he at disadvantage when he's underwater?
any melee attack too, because you're swirling, unless you have a piercing weapon, because piercing aerodynamic enough. Have you ever
18
tried
looks like it
swinging
hits
anything
according to
underwater?
that.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear you.
That's
I get it.
Nice.
Alright,
Nice.
that's going to be 3 less damage though, because I don't actually get my bonus to my offhand attack.
Okay.
I think even with Nick, because I don't have the dual wielding feat yet.
Plus 3.
So that's 9 total damage.
Yep.
And then does that at all affect it from grabbing me?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's action, bonus action. He can't move because he's grappled. Sounds about.
N
Mhm.
is last up.
Okay, I still don't have vision of this thing, right?
No, I mean, you have a general idea where it's at, but you don't have visual. Other than, like, where the ropes are attached to. So you have, like, a good guess of roughly the area, but don't have vision.
Okay. Can I drop my shield onto the roof behind me, like, as a free action?
Yeah, you have an interact.
So, well, I want to put away my long sword and draw my short bow.
Okay, so just like Karnak, I'll allow it if you want to use your reaction as well to do both.
My
technically,
only
this
useful
isn't-
reaction requires vision of the creature attacking, so yeah, I'll spend my reaction.
Okay. Alright, pulling out your longbow. You have a 2.
Short bow.
Oh yeah. You fling it into the water, not knowing if it hit or not, which it did not, but you probably wouldn't know if it did or not. Just kind of firing it in there.
I'm sure I hit something. Might have been Elias, I don't know.
Alright, so that is their turn. Or no, that's it. So is the next round. So, seeing this new creature on Karnak, it is going to bring a tentacle out and try to grab onto her.
Hey, mister, can you try having less tentacles?
Right?
It's too many of them. I didn't sign up for this.
Oh, miss,
Oh, I think
maybe?
it missed.
Yeah, so reaching out, missed the target. It is going to try to strike 8 again.
Oh, got me that time.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go!
It did not.
Oh, did it?
No.
Oh, nice.
Fizzla tapping into the matrix.
Fizzle's hiding behind Karnak's big head.
And she's just kind of like swimming as it's like keeps trying to reach out its tentacle, trying to grab on. It is going to try to use its movement to drag you guys both there. But since the rope is technically attached, it cannot move past the rope on this turn. But you do notice up top, Sin, that the boat thing is starting to like move. And this base is getting really wobbly.
So it's like tipping it.
Yeah. Alright, it is your guys' turn.
I guess I'll just get Elias's turn out of the way and... Or no, maybe we shouldn't.
I can try to shock
Because
him.
maybe something you guys do might cause it to let me go.
I can try to use my
no.
shock thing. Well, how close will it help? Shocking touch is. I have to be right
you're
by.
within range. Yeah.
I think everything is 30 feet with the
Yeah.
Fizzla's Bang Bang.
Not.
Right?
No, it's not. Remember,
Okay.
I told you ignore that because like it
Oh,
depends on the
okay,
ability.
okay,
That
okay.
is a close range attack though, and you're
Okay.
close range.
All right. Okay. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
well, because there's a tentacle wrapped around Karnak, so you can just kind of like
Right.
reach down, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try.
This will not be at disadvantage because it's literally just a touch. You're not swinging.
Yeah, I'm trying to shock the tentacles through to let go of my comrades here. So that's it.
And before all 4 of you have to roll a save.
Right. Oh wait, why didn't that?
Just shock the whole entire water.
It didn't give me an option.
Depends on how many
Yeah.
bolts she's putting out, I
I
guess.
guess I forgot to target.
Bunch of
Hold on.
fish and a dragonborn float to the surface.
She's like trying her best. She
I
did
got
see
that.
if fire didn't work. She's gonna try to. Here we go. Oh my god. Normal.
Wait, who's the dragonborn? Because you would have sunk.
If I roll 1 or 3, I rolled not making the planks. I rolled 3s. Making that.
Roll it for me.
Who are you, Warren?
Oh my god, right? I'm gonna have to DM more and be like, you're cursing 3s.
Did you touch my dice? My virtual dice?
Give it to me, Beth.
Oh, I know. Oops, this is gonna hurt. It's for 6 points of damage. She doesn't know what's wrong with her cup, but it's not working. Stop.
So, as it does that, as like your feet's like dangling off of Karnak, Karnak, you're gonna take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
As it kind of like all went on, and it will take 6 points of damage.
Because it's all connecting.
Yeah, even though it's resistant or it's vulnerable to lightning, I'm not going to give you the full damage
Yeah,
from
yeah,
missing,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's still going to take
Right.
half of the damage that it would take.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So it's shocked everywhere.
Yeah, so since you guys are all kind of connected with each other, your shocked you, went through Karnak, shocked him, and then it went through the tentacle that wrapped around and
down here.
I won't go as far
Playing
as saying
telephone with an
it
electric
travel
current.
tentacles to Elias. I won't go that far, but you guys are all connected, so
That's funny.
all right. And that
Did it make him let go at all?
it did not. Pretty much in D&D you have to use a strength or do something that would make sense for
Oh,
it
like
to
the-
do. Like
the
the
Karnak
rope thing
did.
kind of made
Yanked.
sense,
Okay.
but really it's a strength thing to get
For a
out.
bonus action, I'm going to grab the beads that are around me
Okay.
and say a prayer to Tavros since I'm in the water and I got it in the water temple and I'm having the worst luck ever. I'm going to pray to Tavros and be like, I know you're still there from the temple. I know you're not going to be. Please give me more strength to fight this monster and save my friends. And she's going to use her prayer beads of Tavros.
What does this do
Or
again?
take your pet home.
Right? Yes, take your pet home. So 1d4 temporary hit points with this roll.
Okay.
Well, I'll take the 1, I guess.
I mean, it fits
Well,
the theme.
you know, it's something.
Every little bit.
It fits the theme.
Tavros did not answer me, you motherfucker! I'm gonna bless your
Tavros don't give a shit about that gnome.
She's on her own. All right. So that is your turn?
Yep.
All right. Who's next?
Well, I'm not grappled, am I?
You're not grappled. You're just on.
So
No,
I
you're just
could
on me.
technically climb up, right?
You could technically climb up.
I'm gonna keep on Karnak's shoulders.
Okay.
I'm still holding. I climbed up, took another breath, and climbed down. Keep my breath going.
Nice.
Oh, all right. Whose turn?
So what do we got? We got Karnak, me, and Sin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take another
So,
shot
Yeah.
with my bow. Get my reaction back from my turn.
Good call. Good call.
Not that I'll ever be able to use it.
just misses. As it flings into the water, again, not quite knowing if you're hitting or missing, you're just kind of like trying to pluck in the water, just trying to make purchase with it.
I think that was a bass.
You know what? I'm going to change some. Well, no, because you can't see it. Never mind. We're good. I think if you fire an arrow outside of the water into water, it should have aerodynamics to do it. If you're in the water, yeah, drawing it and stuff wouldn't be as strong. But if you're outside throwing into the water, you shouldn't be at disadvantage.
The problem is the refraction of the light. Trying to aim at something under the water is so hard.
Right, true.
It's also massive.
You know, go ahead and roll again. We're just going to do a regular roll for it. Let's just make a regular roll.
Okay.
Because, like, you know the area roughly it's in, and I think the arrow should be able to slim through the water, just like a melee weapon would. Piercing weapon would.
Oh, because it is piercing.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what I'm saying. So you'd think if you're outside, like, if you're both in water, I could see it not working as well, because drawing it's...
Oh, yeah.
So that does hit.
I freaked out for a second. I thought this was a second monster that spawned in.
I did the same when I hit that roof. I'm like, the fuck is that?
Too. I thought it was a monster hiding.
He has babies.
No.
Okay, so it's
5 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right, so like you shoot your arrow in, and you're fairly confident you actually made contact with it as the arrow spiraled through the water.
The thing's so big too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it just.
what color blood is bleeding from this thing?
Ink.
Ink.
Bleeding black ink. Okay,
Yeah. All right, whose turn?
that's my turn.
I guess I can go. How does it look like I'm making progress in chopping through this tentacle?
I mean, not really that you can tell. I will say mostly in D&D to get out of something, it's going to take you to use a strength move to get out, or do something really crazy like what Karnak did with like the pull thing. Usually you can't get out by attacking per se.
All right. Well, it's the only thing he can do. He's definitely not going to win the strength, so he's going to just keep trying to chop the tentacle that's holding him. Yeah. Oh, how did it come untargeted? There we go. Oh, it's saying that I'm 6. It's too far away. All right, I guess I'll move myself closer real quick, so it stops freaking out. Yep.
Oh, 1 to 20.
Oh!
Yeah.
Disadvantage is brutal.
Oh, that hits.
Ooh.
Hey.
Nice. Nice.
A very
So it's
scary
that
scenario
minus
we're in
3,
right
so
now.
it's 10.
All right, as you do
10 damage.
slash into it, this black, inky blood substance is coming up, and it does look like it's a little bit worse for wear. As it hits half life, it shoots out this ink. This
Ooh, what is this?
I don't like it.
Is it normal?
yeah. Oh, you got an inspiration, Sassy.
Got a nat 20.
Yay!
Does it technically reach me?
Yeah, it would be like a big aura outside the. No, I'll say no. I won't say no for you, Sin.
Was that always an inspiration if you roll a nat 20 on those? Yay, I got some inspiration. I'm gonna
That's why I
need
used to always tell Trauma you should use your inspiration first instead of your lucky and stuff. I'll remove that from you. Yeah, because it's just in the water.
Thanks. That's what I was thinking. It would just be in the water.
Yeah, so like, yeah, it has this ink, but you guys are all able to kind of like see through it and are not blinded.
Hey,
All right, it is still your guys' round though.
I
Okay.
went. Who do we have
Karnak.
left?
Yeah,
Karnak
it's just
and
me. Yeah. So I'll look down at the freshly jury-rigged shotgun, kind of close my eyes, and say, between Marta and Fizzla, we'll make a gun out of you. And I will. I'll try to aim the tentacle that's holding Elias if I can, for whatever that's worth. I'm gonna reload the shotgun
So
as a bonus action.
if we want to do it this way, I'll allow us to do it this way, but since you're targeting a specific thing, I'm going to add 3 to its armor class because you're trying to hit a specific thing. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys if you want to play it that way.
Okay.
Where you guys are trying to go for a specific, especially with all these different tentacles around, you're going to have to aim it and shoot it like. But I'll add 3 to its AC, but if you connect, I'll have it let it go with the blunderbuss.
Okay. Okay. So then let's go ahead. I think I'm still in dead shot. Let me see. I'm still in dead shot. Pull out the blunderbuss.
So when you do that, if you could put in the thing -3, so it basically takes away 3 from its AC.
Will do. Situational bonus -3.
Damn it.
Oh, what a hit!
It's a 14 not hit.
No, it would have been 18.
Oh,
with
no.
this, so yeah, with your -3 would be 15. You hit for 14, it would have been 15.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
And I think that is my turn. Yeah, because I'm not going to climb out of the water while Elias is still being yanked by it. At least not
But
until
you're
it pulls us
still
off of this thing.
wrapped as well. So you can't.
Well,
climb out of the
sure.
water.
Yeah, but I can hold my breath. Like, I can probably do a little better against this thing underwater, but, like, Elias is going to need to breathe, and he's better if he can move.
Right.
But I don't think there's anything else
You
that
reload.
I can do. I used it to reload at the start of this turn, because when it broke, I
you
had
didn't
to wait
get
for it
to
to get
reload.
fixed and then reload it.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
End my turn.
All right. It is the next round. Feeling frustrated, it is going to try to attack the little gnome again. Bruh. So normal. Oh my god.
Oh, its tentacle fell off.
It might.
Fizzla's just too nimble. That's 4 in a row that has missed.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And
Yeah, break that tentacle, DM.
Yeah, the one tentacle comes out and it goes to wrap around you, but you end up like using like your little cuff or something, and it like ends up hitting on it, and it hurts him, and that one is like not working anymore.
My cuff is sparking everywhere.
Yeah. And it's gonna try one more time. Oh my god, it's just.
I'm telling you, Karnak has a big head.
And
Behind it.
it is going to try to swim away again. Roll strength.
My head is 3/4 cover.
Alright, it cannot get away with you guys yet. It's still because that rope, it's still hooked onto the sail. Alright, it is your guys' turn.
I'll try and free Elias again, just to try and give him a turn with full mobility.
Okay.
Unless someone wants to go first.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Okay.
He's like, yeah,
Shotgun,
go ahead, free me.
reload. Blunderbuss. Should still be in dead shot.
Remember to add -3 into the situation bonus for me, please.
-3. -3, yeah. There we go. You must target token. I am targeting a token. Refund. Consume resource. Okay, I'm Try it again. Blunderbuss shot. No. Usability. Fire. Okay, it's giving me a hard time, so what I'm gonna do...
Did you press T on it?
Is I'm just gonna
sometimes it's
roll.
weird if you just click it or if you press T on it to get those little arrows.
Yeah, I see the little red arrows. I have it targeted, and it shows that the cone is targeting it.
Or maybe you had the cone too close and it's hitting Fizzla as well.
Well, it's just saying, like, no target selected. So, like, if I go... Make sure I'm not using up all my shotgun shells here.
Well, we can always add them back.
Yeah. This is right. So I should be at 12 with one in the gun. So I think that's right. Let me try. Blunderbuss shot. Consume item. No, because I already have place template. Yes. Usability. Click. Control wheel. Make sure I got that thing selected. Fire. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna attack. It's gonna be at a -3. It brings my total to a -2.
That also misses.
It's not gonna do it either. Yeah. And that will. Because I can't move because I'm being grappled, and
Right.
there's nothing else I can really do with the shotgun. I spent the bonus action to reload it, so I think that will end my turn.
All
I
right.
think Fizzla wants to go next because she is going to whip out the vial, and she's like, "It's in her head because she can't talk underwater." She's like, "It's time for my sparkle spasm serum," and she tosses it. And this is going to be a shock flask.
Are you throwing it or are you smashing it on it?
I'm smashing it.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
All right.
like she's
Then just roll normal then.
Yeah, she's smashing it.
Hopefully she can get enough force in the water to
That's
make
true.
it smash.
Yeah, technically, yeah, maybe it should be at disadvantage still. Teacher, yeah, it's at disadvantage.
Disadvantage
Yeah,
for a
because
bomb.
because if you do think about it, you would have to, if you're trying to hit with it, just like you would a sword.
All right.
I mean, you could blame King for
Oh.
that, so because they did make a point.
It's okay. It's a hard fight. I
Sorry.
but
I rat myself
Like,
out all the time.
It made more sense for like the hand touching, but this
so
is
what's the half
for fire
cover?
force.
Is because I'm
Don't worry about the half cover.
Okay.
Let me just remove that. All right, go ahead. No. Oh, you still hit?
Nice. You're wrecked, you little bastard.
She's angry. She's missed
big
everything
bastard.
this fight. Okay, so damage.
Yep.
This thing is actually pretty gigantic. Is this like huge, quote unquote?
It is huge. Yep.
Yeah.
Ugh, that
Nice.
roll least amount of damage.
Is it all lightning?
It was all lightning.
Yep. So
yeah.
that's double damage.
It says it's
Awesome.
up to 2 targets, but only 1 within 10 feet. Take 1d6 lightning damage and can't take reactions until end of their next turn.
Why did it also do 2d6 fire damage?
I don't know.
Weird.
It should only have been
The 1d6, right?
the 1d6 lightning damage, but you can't take reactions till the end of your next turn.
Okay. So,
Finally, she sees it, shocked. She didn't shock everybody with her cuff.
it did not shock everybody. I don't think it took the double damage though.
I think I saw 13.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
it did. You're
it
right.
took 13
took
damage.
13. All right.
Bonus action, she is going to look at Karnak's gun that was not hitting, and she's going to jury rig it to give you a +1 to your attack for your next attack.
Nice.
You've been looking at the build right now. I have no idea where that 2d6 fire came from. It's nowhere on it.
So you will get a +1.
I think it's because one of the other options is the firebomb.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's trying to add them, but then it would have
That's what I know. Yeah,
included the acid.
I think you're onto something. Yeah, I need to. There is something that allows you to put two activities together, and that's probably what happened.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
should still have my firebomb. I
Yeah.
don't think I'll use that.
All right. So it does hit, and does like this electric shock through it, and does not shock anyone else because you hit directly it.
I can do things.
All right. Who is next?
I'll take my shot.
Okay.
We're still saying normal or advantage or disadvantage?
We're gonna say normal because you roughly know where it's at because of the rope, and you are out of water shooting at it.
Not that it mattered.
It doesn't really matter.
Actually, I'm gonna that.
Okay.
Nice.
Inspiration? Alright.
That's a different roll.
Oh, nice. You've been
That's
inspired.
a much
Inspiration.
better.
Oh, well, and actually, I guess you gain your inspiration right back.
You did.
Yeah. Perfect.
Very efficient.
And when I hit with a weapon attack, I can trigger a seal, right?
Yes.
Oh, was I supposed to crit that?
Yeah. So I'll just double it.
Okay.
I still need your the other damage as well. Your arrow
Oh,
damage.
yeah, your main damage.
Nice.
Well, I guess try to re-roll the 5, see if it can be a 6.
You'd have to get 2 6s to be better than that.
With Savage Attacker, you have to take the new roll, though, right? Or you just take the
No, you
highest
just take
roll?
the highest.
Okay, nice.
No, you take the highest of the 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, I guess your OG roll is better.
All right. So
Yep.
as it slices through, you actually see like even more ink pour up than normal because you're confident that you hit it really hard that time. It is still up though.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm the last one for the turn order, so
Okay, so
I guess
I will give you the same
Nope.
option, Elias. If you want to keep hitting the same target of the tentacle, you can get plus, or you can add 3 to its AC, or you can just keep hitting it like normal.
Well, yeah, I mean, at this point, I think he's just trying to hit it because he's seeing it getting pretty bloodied.
All right, let's do it.
Do it. Do it. Aww.
Son of a beach.
Sometimes it'd be like
You
that.
did break the resistance though again. So as you hit, you hit the shell again where it like kind of vibrates, but your scimitars are holding firm.
Nope. Can't.
Yeah.
You know what? Screw this. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Do it.
Reroll that one.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, there you go.
All right, that one does hit. Feeling inspired.
Oh, that is a
Your
terrible
damage
We did
damage.
it! Let's go!
It was enough!
Hold on,
Explain
though. If I minus 3 from that damage, is it still dead?
Nope, it's not.
Oh,
Why is there a -3?
I rat myself out too.
You do. +3.
Why is there a -3 damage?
Because I don't actually get my plus to I don't get my dex to damage on my offhand attacks
No.
until I get the feet.
But you guys know it's very close now.
That's still good though. Yeah, we know we're real
3
close.
hit
Yeah.
points. Feel it. But he gets a turn.
All right, we are.
No, let me see if I can edit this so that it doesn't add my dex to damage on this
I
one.
think that what we would have to do is make you a second sword.
Yeah, I do have a second sword
Oh, okay.
that
so
I've
then
been
the second
using.
sword, we might just take that off of it, and then we can.
Let's see here. Base damage,
do it
scimitar.
So, it is his turn again. Again, he is going to go for this elusive.
Got away.
Give me
That
my
gets me
meal.
that time, I think. Yeah.
Finally hits.
What is the tentacle? What happens to the tentacle when it has the damaged quality?
I mean, it's one of its many tentacles. Nothing happens really.
Oh, it's just technically not using that. Okay.
Right. So it wraps around and it pulls you guys apart. So it pulls you off of Karnak. Sassy, I want you to roll me a strength check.
Strength.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a saving throw or just a check?
Just a check.
Okay. How do I just roll strength? There we go. Oh, I thought it could be a 20 for a second.
Alright, so you end up only going this way and this far, and then Karnak comes with you because your thighs are wrapped so hard around his neck, and you're almost choking out Karnak. And it's trying to separate you two.
Don't leave me! Thighs of steel!
Seeing Karnak underneath, it is going to try to attack Karnak with his extra attack. It's being grappled, he has advantage. Hitting Karnak for 9 points of damage. And it is going to, again, try to take off. It's going to roll a strength check, see if it can beat the beam. Nope, it does not. But you definitely see, because that was a pretty high roll, it's a 15 for it to break it. But so you definitely see, though, it's saying like the whole thing start to tilt,
Does the plank
and the
fall off
plank
yet?
falls into the water.
Plank falls in water.
Okay.
All Sid sees is probably ink and blood, like red and black above the
Yeah.
water here. He's like, do I even have a team down there?
All right, it's your guys' turn.
If
I
I
guess
can hit it, I can kill it with my pistol. Because even if I miss, as long as I don't misfire, I can hit it.
that's true.
yeah,
But don't
if
you have the
wanna go, if you wanna
blunderbuss
try to
out? Are
see
you
it.
able to put that away? And
Yeah, so it uses my reaction. We determined to put away both the
Okay.
shield and the pistol, but I would just be putting away the shotgun and pulling out the pistol, which is part
Correct.
of the free action.
Yep. So,
yeah, I don't care if I get the kill. Go for it.
yeah, as long as you pull out the shield,
Okay.
you'll be fine.
Yeah, so I will do that. I will look at the blunderbuss and put it back on my side, and then pull out my pistol from the shield, and then shoot at it with these large caliber bullets. This will not be a targeted shot. It will just be to its body. Is this at disadvantage because it's not the blunderbuss?
It is at disadvantage, yes.
Okay. Should still be
Maybe
enough.
still
that's
hits.
Yeah, still
Hey,
hits.
hey, hey.
Go ahead and describe it.
Here we go. So as we're all being pulled different directions, Elias got a tentacle, Fizzla's got one, I've got one. Enough of an opening is presented in between the tentacles to see its beak or its mouth, and so I aim my pistol and I fire at that spot, and it just tears through it and out the backside of the non-void shell.
Yeah. Perfect.
And then black ink will come pouring out, obfuscating it as it lets us go and like sink to the bottom.
Yeah, it just sinks to the bottom. The tentacles spread out wide now, dead, as it releases each one of you as you all surface except for Karnak, but lucky enough he can breathe underwater.
Yeah,
He's too heavy. Yep. Karnak kind of sinks down while you two like raise up.
Oh, is he still attached to Elias? Is Elias gonna get pulled up because he's sinking down?
Yeah, probably. So it'd be 50 feet. So Karnak would probably be kind of like, or Elias would probably be kind of hanging from like here. And like Karnak is trying to
he's Elias pop up, dangling.
I will untie the rope from my waist so that he's not being held in place.
As he touched that, Elias just slams back in the water.
Splashed but free. And then I'll just start walking.
Like a yo-yo. Fizzla looks up at Sin as she's like wading through this water. I think we got him. Oh, that was so scary.
What was it? And where's Karnak?
I don't. Well, Karnak's okay. He can breathe underwater, but he's pretty down on the ground over there. But it was a big ass, like, octopus nautilus shell dude. It was scary. He had lots of tentacles. He had us all grabbed, but me, right? No, he's grabbed me fine. Yeah.
I've been on the seas for a long time. Haven't seen anything like that.
You probably actually would
can I
have
climb
probably
this
seen
mast?
something like that.
Oh,
honestly.
I would have.
Yeah, you probably would know something about it.
Okay.
Getting
Yeah,
a
then I'll
closer
say,
look.
horrible creatures. They can sneak up on you. We don't expect it, and suddenly crew members are overboard.
Yeah, you can say it was called a Velma nautilith.
Mhm.
The legends speak of an ancient of these ancient beasts, which I guess not, but beneath the coastal waters they usually live. You know them as have an even flow camouflage, so underwater it is usually invisible due to its like different color changing things. The other thing that you would know, Karnak, is being a pirate. I would not have given this to anybody else, and you guys probably would have walked away from that. But just saying that, you would know that its shell fragments are usually prized by pirates, as they sell for a lot, as they are usually used by wizards. That's all you know. You don't know what they're used for, but
Okay.
you know that they're usually valued high.
Yeah. So then we'll I'll climb the mast here if it'll support me, so I can put my head out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll say, the shells of these things are pretty valuable. Let me see if I can't grab some pieces, and I'll be back up. And I will jump down and try to locate the nautilith and its shell and remove however many pieces I can remove.
See if you can bring some calamari with you.
Yeah. Are we playing the Delicious in Dungeon?
Dave the Diver. Oh, I see.
Go ahead and roll me
Killed the monster, now we eat it.
a strength check to see how much shells you can break off of it.
Okay, strength check. Here we go.
Oh.
Let's go, baby.
Oh.
I can drop down a
Let's go,
crowbar
baby.
if you need. Oh, there you go.
I think I am carrying your crowbar.
I will say that you, and like I said, these are very valuable and hard to get through. So I'm gonna say you actually get 5 chunks of this.
Okay,
So
I'll
you
add
can,
it to my inventory.
yeah, it's called Opaline Nautilith Shell Fragment. I will copy and paste it, and if you just want to add it, because I was not planning on giving that to you guys, but I forgot about you.
Because
being
you
a
probably
pirate,
didn't think we were
until
going to
you
fight
just
it.
mentioned it.
Nice. Nice background to be able to help us with that.
Opaline Nautilith shell fragment. Okay, we're gonna go. It is loot. Create new item. And we will change the quantity to 5. How much do these weigh?
I'd probably say about 3 pounds each. They're fairly thick.
Okay, so 15. So we'll go 3 pounds each. We'll see if it maths that. It does. Okay, cool. I have 5 opaline nautilith shell fragments at 15 pounds total.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I will surface, and when we make it all the way across, I'll deal with that at that point.
I will.
But yeah, I guess we're gonna try and leave.
for the sake more of time now that there's not a threat, I would say over about the next hour or two, taking that plank back up, moving it, bringing it to other things, you guys are all able to cross the river part eventually. I'd say it probably takes about 2 hours. But you guys are able to make it across.
Okay. When we get to the other side, I will pull out the fragments and say, these are prized by sailors for their riches and by wizards for their properties. I couldn't tell you what, but they're worth a lot. And so I'll hand one to Elias, Fizzla, Sin, and then I'll give one to Lysa and say, you were very brave. And then hold one for myself.
Fema will pick up Sin eventually.
Oh, no.
Let me see. We're gonna split these, and then I'll try and send them to
And
you.
you guys notice that they are beautiful. They have like a very opalescent shine to them. They are very pretty, and like I said, they were a big hunting thing for a lot of pirates because these shells were so valuable.
Wow, this is really pretty.
Beaten,
then I want-
battered, and waterlogged, but victorious and rewarded.
Right?
Yes.
Definitely feeling waterlogged. Fizzle after that swim and that she is like knocking water out of her ears. Like,
I can't give one of these to Lysa, as she's not a character that I can see or give something to.
hold
But if you want to give one to her, I'll remove one from my inventory.
Yeah, because she does technically have a character. Has some effect moving her around.
Okay.
Let's see, Lysa.
All right.
There she is.
well, that I
I guess
think
can we?
the MVP was that rope keeping everybody
that
from being pulled under.
Shout out to Ropes.
Yeah.
Well, Karnak tying that teeter-totter rope up there where he
Dude.
couldn't get us.
How is that like? Think about
Accidental
a video
brilliance.
game where it shows like the whole crowd and it highlights the MVP and it just ignores all you guys and just
It
a
shows
rope.
the rope.
tied up.
It's just a rope. It's a coil of rope.
Yeah.
No, that was a kind of brilliant play there because it at least tethered us to the boat somewhat. Where
Right.
because you
Yeah, my goal was to get Elias out of the water.
I think if
Yeah.
it was able to move.
Yeah, it was all like a very happy accident how well that rope worked out.
And I got to climb down it.
Yeah, I honestly, at first I was like, "Why the hell did he do that?"
Yeah, well, it was either a hidden genius move or a very awesome accident.
Yeah, so in my mind, I can breathe underwater. Elias is underwater, held by something, and we're both tethered. So I'm going in the water one way or another. So like, if I can get over there and make it so that Elias is out, I'm in the water, not in the bottom, can still get out, and can attack this thing, and can't be pulled. Like, yeah, great move. And so I just kind of went over.
Yeah, that was really good. The
It was inspired.
yeah, so we will wrap up the session there. I am happy you guys end up going through with it because I spent a lot of time building this obstacle course for you guys to try to get through without touching the water. And so
Well, I can kind of hear your voice like, do you really want to move miles and miles and
I didn't want to railroad you, so I would have let you, but
I thought it was fun. It was a fun obstacle.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
We weren't real. I don't feel railroaded at all.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
No.
There was just there was a situation set up where like we had pressure on us from behind because we just saw that and we're like,
Big explosion.
oh, time is not something we have in excess. We need to
Right.
get going.
Cross, yeah.
I wasn't
Take
sure how we
chances.
would have crossed here.
so my main point when I built it was to go onto this thing, get over here, pretty much what you guys did.
Over
Try to
here.
Then cross
Here,
by this
here.
thing, get over here, yeah, and then be screwed, I guess. Yeah, I guess I forgot to put it.
And then just go for it.
Yeah, then just,
You needed one more. You swim
Yeah.
and see if you swim faster.
I
than
probably
the
meant to
thing.
put one here, so you guys would have been like here to here to here to here to here. I think was the intention. Actually, I think I can draw.
I saw the inspiration for sure.
Oh, not to there, but to there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
We just cross our fingers
We
and
made
pray.
it this far.
Yeah, I probably would have had an awkward moment as the person who created the map when they're like, "Oh shit, I forgot to make the thing
You also
here."
didn't see this barrel pop up.
It's like, well,
If you notice, these 4 are here, so this side was supposed to be the same way. It's supposed to be the 4-4, so yeah, there's supposed to be one there.
Oh.
We have to dream. But yeah, kind of worked out. And
No, that was a good encounter. That was a well thought out map and monster.
Yeah.
thanks.
when does the rope get a
Goodness.
character sheet?
Yeah,
Did somebody grab the rope back?
It's
Did we
coming.
grab it back on our way across?
I always hear about these crit crab things where like the DM makes too powerful of a DM PC. I might make a DM PC of the rope. It's gonna take over the campaign.
We're saved. It's the rope.
The rope gets awakened and turns into a little miniature rope golem.
It becomes sentient.
Yeah.
No, but
Phenomenal.
all right. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Oh, that's
No,
such a
that was
cute
like-
Nautilus that you posted, Sin.
I love the pivot with the. Did you see what Sin posted before that of us trying to
Oh,
pivot?
pivot from
cat.
Friends. Pivot.
Yeah.
Move, go, pivot.
Thought you'd appreciate that. Yeah, and that thing looks literally like Omnite from Pokemon. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that
Right.
kind of did.
But no, it was a nice puzzle. It was a nice role-playing session getting here and nice fight. It was a really nice session. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Next.
Even if
Like,
my
you know,
character felt a little useless.
Hey,
yeah, your
well,
arrows
this
are-
is tough for
look at
everyone.
Fizzla. I damaged
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I
I'm about to
damaged
say,
myself.
I don't think this was an easy fight for anybody.
I think all the hit points I took was for my.
Yeah.
I did it to
No.
myself.
Um,
And she did a really good job of
This
setting
was Elias's
tension. Like,
best fight of the campaign. He managed to maintain Hunter's mark.
true, he did. Well, I thought it made sense
Yeah, we were-
for him to not pick on just one person. If he has you held, I think it made sense for him to try to grab everybody and get away.
Pull all the
with
food
them.
down with him.
So
Yeah.
I think it made sense that
Yeah.
just because he had somebody held, even though like yeah, that'd be awesome because he has advantage on anybody held. I think it
Mhm.
made sense for him though not to just go after everybody held.
How about Fizzla's dodging skills?
Oh my god, ridiculous.
I think he finally got me. No, that was really fun.
And then, just as we're about to walk away from the water's edge after we finish healing, the mom comes out and just like beaches itself behind us and starts fighting us. The boss music starts playing.
Yeah.
So this wasn't the
Yeah.
actual
I like how
city,
you
though,
said
right?
tension.
This was the
No,
outskirts
this
of
is
this.
the
Of,
no,
of,
it's like the burbs,
yeah,
it's the suburbs.
trying to get to it.
Yeah, you said tension really well. Like we were stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like time is catching up behind us, and there's a danger in front of us. Which one would we rather deal
Yeah.
with, time or the
Mhm.
danger? And
Can't
not knowing what
believe
it was,
town-
knowing that the murky water, like we knew something's in there. Don't know what it is, but if you want to cross, you got to deal with it. So that was fun.
Well, we felt the static all the way from where we were at. That was a big ass explosion. Right.
Big magic explosion. Yeah.
There we go. This is what comes out, the Kraken.
I knew it.
Yeah. It's just a CR23. You guys will be fine.
Everything will be fine. Run down the road.
Yeah.
I can't follow us.
I'll be honest. When combat started, I thought you guys were going to be rolling new characters, and I was going to be fleeing south with.
Yeah,
We
I
were
mean,
pretty bloody.
well, it'll be fine though, because then like we get like the shonen moment like boost, and we all like jump up to like level 20, and we beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, super easy. Yeah, just go walk.
No, I
Yeah,
was a little
the only
worried
thing
about
that I
all
was-
of us getting pulled under, but the rope.
Bro, kind of saved it.
Yeah, the only thing I was worried about was going unconscious underwater, because then getting me would have been much more difficult. The rope
Mhm.
would have helped
Yeah.
maybe a little bit, as long as it was still like 20 feet up attached to the mast. But yeah, I was definitely just kind of like fingers crossed, like I hope we get through this faster than it gets through me.
So if somebody's going unconscious
Dragging your unconscious
underwater,
body along the floor.
are they
Right.
drowning then? Because like they can't hold their breath.
Yeah.
So I would almost like if somebody went
But
on
Karnak would have been fine because
yeah, and I did have I had my backup
Right.
as a bonus action. I could have fed that potion where they could.
Yeah. The also everybody add another 400 HP for doing the puzzle, like the jumping parts. Figuring that part out.
Oh, 400.
Yeah.
Experience.
400
Experience,
XP.
sorry, experience. Yeah.
400 hit points.
Yeah.
Where are we supposed to be at?
So you guys should be at 2980 or 1980.
1980. I was saying level up. 1980.
I am 1580.
I don't.
But no, but you
Well,
can't
when
add
we
more
add-
people.
Yeah, so everybody's 1980 experience.
Boom. Yep. So you got to click the little wrench in the top left, and then it lets you just
Got it.
click on the number and just change it manually.
Right. Thank you. I forgot about the wrench.
1980.
Oh, we're getting there. We might hit level 4 in the next 2 to 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
they did set after
about
giving us that boost to 3,
720.
From 1 to 3.
1 to 3 after the first session. It'd be wow. We were before
I'm not rushing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if we keep going like we are here, like 720 XP could be 2 fights, like if we're rewarded like this. But yeah, I think 2 to 4 fights, we're probably going to level up.
I don't know. I still keep on calling this campaign Grim Hollow. I don't know why it's stuck as Grim Hollow in my head.
There is a campaign called Grim
Probably
Hollow,
Hollow Court.
which is why I wanted to change the name last second, but Sassy wouldn't let me because I've already done too much
all
stuff.
your stuff was the Hollow Cycle.
Yeah, 'cause
and you didn't even know
I'm
that
like,
one
man,
existed.
there's already a Grim Hollow campaign, so I shouldn't probably name it Hollow Cycle. It'd be confusing, but then I was gonna change it like 48 hours before the campaign started after I already put all those videos out and stuff. Sassy's like, no, you're not allowed to.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, all right.
There's a lot of campaigns with similar
Yeah, I
names
know.
out there, so.
But I was originally gonna name it.
Fantastic.
What was it?
Sassaspress
It was like,
Big booty
and Friends.
man, it's something, but it was like,
Ashes.
it sounded exactly the same thing as Ashes of Creation. It sounded like, okay, I have to change it again.
Oh,
Well, it's chapter 1's Ashes of Dying Light,
Right.
right? The Hollow Cycle. I like it. I think it's catchy. So,
I like all of it.
yep.
Well,
Don't change the thing.
I am glad you guys enjoyed, and we should be back next. So I do think Trauma said he's going to take a break for a little bit. He got a new schedule at
Okay.
work, and he's just
New position.
he just-
A lot, yeah.
it just adds stress to him, like, because like he doesn't want to let me down by not showing up. But then so
Yeah.
he might come back. That's why we're not going to kill off his character or anything. He might come back in a few weeks. But if he can't, then he can't, and we'll just figure, we never have to kill him off. He could just be gone.
yeah.
But so I figured,
We either get a new 5th guy or just carry on with 4.
yeah, I mean, which I'm okay with carrying on for unless just something perfect happens to add more. I don't think we need necessarily more, even though he was a pretty damn big damage dealer.
Yeah.
Maybe too much. I might have to actually change that class up a little bit if anybody else plays it.
Well, the way he built
I
it,
think-
all his luckies and trick
But,
shots. And,
yeah, I think it was very balanced besides with the way he built it. He built it so, like, the whole point was supposed to be you fire so much, you're going to end up jamming so many times, but he built, like, luckies, and he built, like all this stuff that gives him re-rolls, so it's like, man, like, so you're not even really getting the
That's so
disadvantage
smart,
of
though.
the class. Like, the whole balance behind
Well,
it was, yeah, you get so many shots, but you have so many chances of misfiring.
I feel like it would balance out by the end of the day, though, because I feel like in this campaign, we're not always going to have the luxury of long resting
yeah.
when we would want
That's
to.
true.
So I feel like
since he
he
did
would
run
run
out.
out of his
We are-
resources.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I do feel like more short run.
Yeah, it's a
Probably
strong build,
compromises
but
for
I
it.
don't build. I think
Yeah, because it does only do
Yeah.
1d4 damage.
Yeah, it's not. It.
Each shot.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was
Okay.
OP.
I just wanted to make sure.
and like you said, he did run out the one fight.
Yeah.
He took everything to get through that fight.
We've just luckily been able to long rest for the most part when we want to so far. I don't expect that to continue to happen.
Right.
things are getting intense. So
I don't know if it's the nerfed point buy system or the stat system, but I've been really enjoying the combat of this one. Like, the fights have been challenging. Unlike Curse of Strahd, I feel like everything's been a cakewalk. Like, even the goblins, the initial goblin wave was supposed to be super easy, and then you're gonna be challenged in the second. Oh my god! Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I think part of it is that we're still level 3.
right.
Once we hit level 5 in the other campaign, combat got significantly easier.
And definitely you figure out a way.
And you were trying to balance 6 people as well, so it's probably a little easier with fewer people.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, it was a lot of people. And,
oh yeah, was it 6?
Yeah, because we had Zabad and was it 5 or 6?
It was us 4, Trauma, and Zabad. It was that would be 6.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I guess it was 6.
That
right.
campaign.
Yeah.
But I do personally, and I don't know how you guys feel, but I think this combat system is like almost saved D&D combat with like the no initiative, the like it feels so much more exciting than just knowing when your turn's gonna be like 8 turns away.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying
it does
the group the combat too that you added with the goblins.
Yeah,
and
it gets you a bit more locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, though,
there's
like
more. It's more engaging because there's more planning between players about who's going when.
Yeah.
So that it keeps you more engaged in the combat.
Everybody's involved in what we can do for each other and help each other.
Like, I feel like, so like, let's say like, just for example, last campaign, I'm not even saying anybody did it, but I'm saying, I think, so if you have 6 players and you have 4 things on the battlefield and you're not doing the horde mechanics or anything that I added or anything, you know you're not going to be going for 12 turns. It's very hard not to be tempted to pick up your phone and start going to Facebook because you know you're not going to be going forever. But in this system,
especially with us playing
online, I'll admit it, I was browsing Facebook during that campaign.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, I used to do it in the campaigns I played because you know you have so long to wait. But in this, with this combat, though, I feel like it's so much easier to stay engaged into it because
I feel like
you don't know when you're going to go.
Together versus, I'm just waiting for my turn. We're all actually fighting the adversaries and the bad guys together, you know.
And then even when you do the horde,
and actively planning out things that we could do in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even when you do the horde,
and the horde cuts down on time too.
Yeah, so much time it cuts out.
And it seems more intense with the horde combat too, because these guys, even though you're making it so they're not like all hitting extremely hard, it's like you really feel like you're getting hoarded on. You know, it's like, damn, 4 guys are just like swinging at me.
While we're on the topic of like systems and whatnot, like now that we actually got through our first official session of Daggerheart, man, I really like that system.
Yeah,
like that was a lot of fun. I was like, I don't know, this fear hope system seems kind of like I don't know, it seems kind of like wishy washy. I'm not really sure, but it has such a great flow.
It flowed. And it felt very natural even for the first session.
If
I'll have to go back and watch the VOD.
I think it would be tougher. But yeah, as it is now, like I like the build and spend resource. I like the collaborative work. I like, well, if you go twice, you can do this cool thing. Like it just allows for even more freedom in combat. It's great.
And then I really like my wizard in that system because like I don't have to just spam like cantrips.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have spell slots. I could just use my stuff.
Yeah, as long as you have like stress,
you get to feel really good.
A lot of different variety of stuff you can do with that system. But I think
get to feel really good with
this
hope and spending it.
More collaborative, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. It's made D&D a lot more fun for me. Like I really enjoy this system too that you've done.
Yeah, even though I took this system from a different game because the Daggerheart wasn't out yet. This one, well, it wouldn't work for this one because that one relies on the hope and fear. Now, what'd you say, Sin? Sorry.
I'll have to go watch the VOD of the Daggerheart. Trying to read through the rules, it just feels too loose.
Yeah. So
it feels funny. Too loosely organized to me, or not. It feels too loose. 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 It feels too lo I don't know how to explain it. It's
I understand.
It's not rigid like D&D
No,
rules.
I
know what you mean.
Yeah.
I do get what you mean, because after the session last night, we all kind of commented, like, we weren't sure how it was, like, it, when you're reading it, it feels way more complicated and just, like, feels completely structureless. But then once you actually play it, it's like, oh, okay.
It starts to fall into place.
It has a beautiful flow to it. Like, yeah, I was reading it, I was like, I just don't know. But playing it, it has a beautiful flow.
And then also just hashtag Metal Wolf music.
We do have
Yeah.
Metal Wolf music.
Yeah, you would have liked the battle music for the last fight, Sin.
Yeah, and I like how helpful demi-plane is too. Like, if I want one of the core rulebook level 1 druid beast forms to shift into, they just have a list, and I click select and it adds it to my character sheet. Like, oh, I don't have to do any thinking with this.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
It's pretty great. Good tool.
They definitely made it great. And Tailspire was fun too.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Oh, I love it. I love the visuals of it. It's just like Demio, just more involved. Like, everything is gorgeous in 3D, and you can really look around and get the details.
But not that being said, these maps for this campaign has been pretty good too, because we do more walking in this.
Oh,
one,
yeah,
and
for
that
sure.
one we just-
Yeah, they're two different. Yeah, they both have good.
Because we
Yeah,
do more
not-
exploring. and
Anything
walking
I
on
say
your
about
map
the other
here.
one is not to take away from this
Yeah.
one.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't feel
I'll
that
say
way.
both campaigns have a lot of positives that go on. I look forward to Monday and Tuesday. So I played when I was sick. I was not feeling good yesterday at all. I'm like, I will not miss our first Daggerheart campaign. It's like,
Give me OJ and ibuprofen. I'm going in.
right?
Oh
Medicate.
man, I'm gonna go buy OJ. I haven't had OJ in a while. Now you got me
Mhm.
craving it.
Oh, it's so good.
Some
So
like
expensive.
scrambled eggs, toast, and hash, and a glass of OJ.
Yeah.
Jay made
No,
some
I'm eating
good,
leftover biscuits and
scrambled
gravy that
egg
I made
burritos
last
with
night, so it's
sausage
pretty great.
today for us. It was yummy.
God, yeah, I love breakfast burritos. Oh my god.
But,
Mhm.
but yeah, if you ever do watch it and change your mind, its spot's always open. I will never bug you for it though. I'm just letting you know that it is open.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. We'll see.
Yeah, like I said, there's absolutely no pressure on it. The session does go a little longer. We do go from 5 to 9. But yeah, like I said, I'll never pressure you on it, but I just want to let you know the spot is always open if you end up thinking it looks cool.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, so that will wrap up this session today. We should make a video tonight too.
Yeah.
All right.
I want
So-
to eat though.
Yeah. So we're gonna go eat. It was super fun, guys. Thanks as always
I
for
know. I
showing
had a
up.
blast
I
with
really
that water
appreciate
combat.
it.
We got some water combat going on there.
I've
I
been
loved
listening
it.
to so much D&D horror stories on Crit Crab, and I just like told Sass, I go, we're so lucky. Like we have such a
are
good
so
group.
lucky. That's the little crew we have that enjoy and doesn't want, and no one tries to take away from everybody. Like everybody wants everybody to have a good experience. I love it. Like
Yeah, we're very
no
blessed.
one's being
Yeah,
that weird ass
Right.
character. Like that
Nobody's
wants to bring-
competitive within the
Yeah.
group. Nobody's
Yeah.
trying to hog the spotlight. Yeah.
No
For,
one's-
for the most part, I haven't ran into too many D&D horror stories in my time.
Yeah.
There is only one D&D horror story that I have that was short-lived, thankfully. But it's not something that I would probably say on stream because it's not very appropriate.
Yeah.
It got real creepy.
Yeah, about to say that we
Yeah, I have
are
a few
such
stories like that.
And that's why I tell Jay, I was like, we're actually quite fortunate that we have people who love playing D&D and these kind of tabletop games. And it's like we're just a fun group of people to play with. So
And everyone seems to show up for the most part, for the most of the time. Obviously people need some time off sometimes, but that's another thing that's hard to come by. It seems is a
schedule.
is
Yeah.
a schedule group, so we're all pretty. So we're pretty lucky. So I just want to thank you guys again for showing
Speaking
up.
of,
Yeah.
it's not set in stone, but I might miss the
I take back credit.
both
for that.
the Daggerheart and this campaign the week of the 3rd to the 8th
Okay.
of August. I don't know for sure. It depends on if I could get everything right with my car or get real ID in time to actually take a plane and fly back over to New York.
Okay. Just keep us updated. That is another
So-
thing. You could do Sin at some point if you wanted to just try Daggerheart. You could just make a guest character too, that like could fill in sometimes if you wanted to. If you don't want to commit to anything but wanted to play every now and then, that could be an idea.
Yeah. That might be a good way to dip my toes in it.
Yeah, just dip your
Yeah.
toe without committing.
I'm
Yeah, I don't know
looking
how
at
much
the,
you've looked into it. We got. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
No, please go ahead.
We got Marsh playing what's called a clank druid. Basically, he's like a automaton, like robot golem thing. And then Sassy's playing a big mutated like frog person.
Ribbit.
That's like the class is called Guardian. They're like a tank.
And they
Oh,
are
and
pink.
did I say that Marshall is a druid?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting
I can take a lot of hits.
balance there. And then I'm playing a war wizard,
Yeah. So,
and he's a basically like a dragonborn. Yeah.
so that's an idea. But anyways, guys, love you all. Thanks for
Yeah.
showing up. I appreciate each and one of you, and we'll see you on the next game day or before.
GG.
All right, take it easy, folks. Have a good one. All right.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
All right, fam, and we're gonna wrap it up with you guys too. We love you all. Thanks so much for hanging out. Oh, I forgot. I should have changed Marshall and why we were in there.
No.
It's okay, man.
They're still in there.
Yeah.
no, Keen's not.
All right, love you all. We'll catch you guys next time. Hopefully, we can start getting some actual regular streams in too, but and get back on track with our videos. We got a little sick. I love you all. We'll catch you guys soon. Peace.